Hi everybody, welcome to TVON. My name is Blair. Thank you so much for joining us and happy Wednesday. We're so glad you're with us and this is a very cool night. I actually have some great news for you. If you're a diamond lover, we've got something really special tonight. This is where it was just a matter of about 10 days ago we brought you an incredible value on diamonds. It was about 2.5 carats as a matter of fact in a band. Well, what we're going to do is bring you this incredible beauty back. It's only been here once and this is something you asked for. It's the reason it's here in the first place is because you asked for us to bring you that world famous saddle ring we do as a great mounting where we incorporate a big stone. Well, a lot of you had the great idea. You said, what if we just did that in diamonds? So we have brought it back. It has been forever since we've seen it. And it is the incredible saddle ring sans center stone. It's all about diamonds and you can see what a look it creates. So it's not only popular because of its look, it's popular because of its value. And that I am proud to say we're going to bring back to you in such a big way today. So looking forward to that. We are, again, diamond lovers have really had it very good these days lately because it has been all about the best diamond values and we will make sure we can bring you a big diamond weight on about 2.5 carats and at a great value. So lots of diamonds, small price, that's how we like to do it. But also there's a wonderful array of color in this show from Mandarin garnets. This is something that I actually saved from last week, so we've got it today for you. We also have a really important Ametrine. One of our best is here. We've got a Tanzanite. Yes, it is not too late just yet to get a blue wing black D, but we have a 9.5 carat, and that's really where the values are going to be spot on because by bringing it down, it's still that big size because museum reserves are typically big sizes, but it's also going to be under the 10 carat mark, which makes it oh so affordable. So that's here as well. And speaking of Tanzanites, Michael, we found your ring. It was a ring you were asking for over the weekend. We have it here tonight. So it's a big one too. It's a 13 carat and really great mounting. Then we also have Pam. I know you were perhaps looking for about a blue-green turmaline, maybe an indicolite. We have something for you to look at as well. Those are the requests we had so far before the show. You're welcome to make requests during the show. We'll help you out with those as well. Bring them out as soon as we possibly can if they're here. And listen, if it's not here, we usually bring out something that's a wonderful alternative for you. So it is a night. Oh, and by the way, we have amethyst. I know that's been a popular request of late. So I saw it on socials. A lot of you asking for amethyst. So we got busy and we made one for you. And it also happens to be a perfect Valentine's Day special. Speaking of, by the way, there's a yellow diamond. I happened to get a glimpse of this before the show. There's going to be a Friday night special this Friday. And it's a Valentine's Day gift, but it's really limited. So that's why we have to do it on Fridays when we have a limited audience. So we're going to do that on Friday if you're looking for a heart-shaped yellow diamond in a necklace. Really wonderful for Valentine's gifting, and it can be right out to you. So that's coming up this Friday. That'll be the 3-week mark until we celebrate Valentine's Day. So want to alert you as of that, and also white diamonds. We have one white diamond ring also here. So we're going to get started. Where shall we start? Actually, this is something a lot of you have been looking for of late. As a matter of fact, there was a whole wait list last time I had something like this. It is that beautiful larger scroll work ring. I'm going to show it to you. It's actually in 2 tones of gold. Let's see this one first up tonight. Of course, I was getting all focused here on something smaller. Let's take a look at what we have here in something really elongated, shall we? This one is quite the look. And of course, it is a one of a kind. So that is very important. It's item number 1121318. And we're going to just, I'll scoot it up a little bit for you so you can see all of it. It's actually going to be 2-tone rose and white, all with diamonds. And again, lots and lots of great diamonds tonight. Looking forward to it with all those best of the best VS stones that we adore. But take a look at our 53 points in the baguettes and 67 points in the white diamonds that are round brilliance as well. And they're all going to be white diamonds, of course, but you've got a mix of those 2 cuts, which brings it together in the most beautiful way because it's going to be like you've got the big rounds here. Almost look like big rounds individually, but they're actually a cluster. Then you've got the halos around that, then the channels. Every baguette you see in the ring is a channel set baguette with the rounds surrounding it. So it's very special. And yes, you're going to be really well over, it's about 1.25 carats in diamonds. So looking forward to that. This one is going to be the ultimate value. And I want to start with it because I know there's been a lot of you asking for pieces like this and we never get enough of them. And of course, that is originally where they ended up being a lot of money because, well, there's obviously a lot of reason why here. Carat 20 in diamonds, 18 karat solid 2-tone gold. You've got the rose and the white. Best of all, I need to show it to you on because it really is one of those lengthy styles, 2 ways to wear it. If you're putting it on the ring finger, which is about where it's sized for me now, take a look. That's one way to do it. And almost for a minute there, it just is at a glance, it almost gave me a a crescent moon and stars vibe, doesn't it? With the way this is almost like shooting stars here. And then this kind of the overwhelming shape here you get is that crescent, just something for thought. But I want to switch it around. We'll stay on the hand because I actually want to switch it around. This is another way to wear it. So 2 ways to wear it. And of course, that means 2 ways to wear it up or down, but also anywhere on the hand, really probably here, here, here. So great ring, huge value. I know how many of you have loved these kind of looks, and yet perfect for index fingers if you're looking for that really high style, really unique sense of look with just something that sits flat to the hand so you don't need to worry about it sitting up too high. Really lends itself great to middle fingers, index fingers, things like that. But let's blow it out. That's what we like to do. It doesn't matter how ornate. Yes. Is it? Now, is Diane looking for amethyst? Fabulous. We've got it coming up for you, Diane. That's Diane. I bet it's Diane P, right? Thank you so much, Diane, for getting us a call. I asked Andy, that meant to me Andy was kind enough to, did you go the extra mile and reach out to her? I said, Andy, I've seen something where Diane's looking for an amethyst, and I wonder if we could just give her a heads up. So great. Glad you're with us tonight, Diane. And here's what we'll do on this one. Much less than $49.99 where it all began. So just again, mark that as another request. And then again, Michael or Pam, if you're with me whenever you're ready, I'll wait for your go ahead. I'll wait for the signal that you're here with us to see your pieces. I wouldn't want them one of a kinds going to someone else that, you know, it has not been waiting as long as you have for them. So actually Michael is with us. So hey, Michael, thank you so much. Michael, if you're ready for your Tanzanite, let me know. And hey, Tracy, thank you so much. You guys are so kind, both of you. Very, very kind of you, very sweet. But let's make this better than even $19.99. So there's your $3,000 right off the bat. Let's make it even better. And this is going to be a wild moment. It does stay as is, so you got to love the rose and the white, which is just, again, perfect when you want to really show off those 2 ornamental details. It's like you have 2 rings that have come together here, and it is not going to be $19, $18, $17, $99. I like to give you value. So again, it's no good having the best of the best in rare and high quality jewelry if you can't make it a value and get it out the door, right? It's one thing to sit and watch pieces and admire them from afar. It's another thing to wear them, enjoy them, own them, have these unique special pieces that get you excited to get up in the morning and get dressed and, you know, go face the day, right? Jewelry is really that it's an amazing how emotional jewelry really can be as a wonderful kind of pick me up every moment that goes by. I mean, it's true, right? It's just the one glance down at your hand and you realize, oh, I've got that beautiful ring and I can tackle anything when I look good and I feel good, and you've got the beauty of all of that. Let's take a look at $17.77. You know what, better than that, $16.99 if you'd like to get that one in the rose and the white. And of course, we'll size it for you. It's true to size. You just need to, again, keep in mind that you might want to wear it on one of the longer fingers of the hand, and that's not a bad way to go. So $16.99. And then let's just go ahead, and since I know Michael's with us, I'll show him the ring that I think he was looking for over the weekend. And we just, again, didn't have access to one particular vault, which is where it was hanging out. So now we have it for you. And so we'll show you 6726 next. But that's a beautiful look. And again, something very different and unusual. So let's get to this Tanzanite. This is a 13 karat 40 coming your way, and it is fabulous in every way. Take a look at this one, and we'll be able to come in a little closer. It's not quite as lengthy as that last ring, but it is a big stone. It's a 13 karat 40 cushion cut. This is the traditional cushion, and it is a one of a kind. It also stays in the white gold, but what I think that is so very classic about this is certainly the mounting and the way it's set so that, oh no, we've got a smudge already. But this is a really, and again, when you don't need a lot of extras, you don't need, sometimes with stones, if it's a really, really important stone, and everything we see here is, but especially with the best of Tanzanite in the world that's ever been mined, I think that a lot of times it's a really good idea to just showcase that beautiful stone, and it doesn't always need a lot of extras, but it still gets you, in this case, 2 big diamonds, 36 points total weight in the trillions. You can probably see the red flashes coming through, right? Automatic. And then it looks like it needs a little extra polish here. It's in the white gold only. It was $19,999. That's what happens when they get over 10 carats in Museum Reserve. They automatically go up over 10,000, usually between 15 and 20. This one happened to be on the higher end of that range because of the really big diamonds. So you might look at it and go, 36 points. Let me try it on while I'm out of here. I was just giving a little extra polish to get that water spot off, and then here we are. But you might think, oh, I don't know. I mean, 36 points. We've seen mountings with bigger diamond weights. but it's about the individual stones, of course. And the fact you have an 18-point trillion and an 18-point trillion, one on each side. That makes it so spectacular. So here we are, better than even, oh, I love this value, not even $99.99. It's going to be a huge, huge value right now. There is one and one alone. So obviously that's going to be critical to dial in on the early side. We still have our diamond ring if you'd like it, so don't feel like you missed the boat on that one. Just getting started on a Wednesday and getting ready to welcome everybody in. But here we are, instead of 99, even 89. I mean, think about it. It's a 1340 when you've got that beautiful cushion, which actually presents a little larger than, let's say, the square cushions, right? Because you have that beautiful elongation to it. We see a lot of square cushions and they serve their purpose and they're beautiful too, but it's nice to have that elongation. Then of course the trillions matching up with either side as they do. So it really looks just perfect. It's balanced, and that's really what it's about. And you're getting, still, we don't, rest the VS diamonds because they're really, really big stones. We still give you the best of the best, the VS diamonds, so you got it all going on. And it's not $8,000. It's not even $79.99. We've got a new discount since I even last presented it, which is probably when the request came in to see it again. So I love that idea, as we're taking it even lower than $99, or rather $79.99 or $69.99. This gets even better. And yet that's the one you want. If you just really want to have classic, timeless style to your mounting, it's not even $69.99, and that's going to be, oh, we're getting ready for a big, big per carat discount, one of our best per carat values we have seen. And, oh, it's going to happen right now for one caller, and that's it. It's not even going to be $69.99. Let's blow it out for $6,699 only, and that is with those huge, and let me give it a whole side profile look, because those diamonds are big, and that's the whole point. Almost a fifth of a carat, but they're also fancy cuts. That's a trillion, and I'm a trillion lover, so let me be the first to tell you, you don't see a lot of trillion cut diamonds out there, and we're lucky enough to have two matched up and in a pair for you. So it's a pair of trillions, and they look so good, and they're just really framing it. It's almost like the fastening really is mimicking the trillions in a way that was just really thought out so well, and $66.99 gets it to you. And then there's great basket work. I love this. It's almost like a little nod to the evil eye design, which is that protection symbolism that's on the side there, a little scroll work in that corner profile, and then I'm going to show that amethyst coming up. Diane, I was waiting because I know that a lot of people want amethyst. You're not alone. We bring some of the best out there. Really, it is our priority to bring you that quality. It's a stone that's found everywhere, but it's rare to find this quality we're about to bring. So we'll show you the best of amethyst coming up next, and also something that might be, if you're doing a little Valentine's Day shopping, we are 3 weeks and 2 days away. So who's counting? But that's my job, to make sure you know it's gonna really be here before you know it. So Michael, let us know, or if anybody else would like it. And hey, Judy B, thank you so much. She says, you're back, you're back. I know, it's 2 whole days. It feels longer sometimes, doesn't it? It does, but it is. It's good to be here, and again, get to be with you all the way through Sunday. So here we are with our amethyst deal, and this is such a lovely heart shape, so it's thematic to the time. Hey, Kirsten, well, thank you so much. You're so kind. Thank you. I appreciate that, Kirsten. And here we are looking at the amethyst for Diane's request, but again, a lot of people looking for amethyst, but it's also about this value. We did it in a larger band of gold. Those are graduated diamonds that are set into the gold, so you have to have a lot of depth of the gold to even do that, because think, it's not a basket. The gold band is your basket. So the diamonds are set completely flush, so you get that beautiful, smooth, no prongs on the sides. It's only 3 prongs in the whole ring, and that's to hold that beautiful 3-carat heart shape. So it's 5207. So glad we have some amethyst, because it's also, wait a minute, this is like a dual meaning piece here, if I dare say so, because I love meaning in jewelry, and to me, at this point, I don't really wear too many pieces unless they do have meaning. So at this point in time, if you're thinking about it in perspective of the calendar and where we're at, January is, I know, what did I see today? This has been, sometimes, that first month of the year, the holidays kind of get us in that blur of the schedule. And then sometimes January can tend to be a little bit longer feeling, right? I think for some of us especially, right? So this is where, again, we're getting towards that tail end of January, but that reminds us that February is around the corner. That is the birthstone for the month of February is the amethyst. But you're looking at that premier, best of the best quality for the amethyst, which is widely available out there. But also, it's the heart shape. So this has that, wait a minute, Valentine's Day happens in February, and now we've got February's birthstone. So maybe See, I always think of my cousin, one of my cousins. I have many cousins, but one of my cousins, she is a Valentine's Day baby. So this would be perfect for her. She has a birthday on Valentine's Day, and that would mean February also. The birthstone of amethyst. So love it. It's 3 carats and 19 points in diamonds, all bigger stones, 6 stones there in total. And then here we go. Great value. White, yellow, or rose gold, of course. We're going to give you your option there. And what a thrill to bring this to you at the value we have, which is better than $9.99. Yes. Does he love it? Is that the one he was looking for? I'm so glad our Tanzanite, our 1340 is gone. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. And then again, Pam, I've got your request here, and then I welcome everybody else in. We're doing Diane's request now, but remember there's a couple available of this one, thankfully, and that's really good news because with this value that's better than $9.99, we're going to need a few, and we're going to need a lot of them. And when you talk about, again, we know this is a commonplace stone. It's something we're all familiar with. We've heard of. You could probably walk into any jewelry store and find, maybe even find a couple, but the big difference is, do you find that color where it's purples and blues and reds? We just finished Tanzanite. That was blue and purple and red. This is really purple and red and blue. So it's like different dominating colors, but you still have that trichroism of sorts. It's a 3 carat. It's out of Brazil and it looks gorgeous. That cut is a defined heart shape. It's not muddled at all. You see it from a distance away, as I'll show you now. It's on the hand, and it's not going to be even $9.99 or $8.88. We're selling them already. That's not a surprise. You know a value in gold when you see one. You certainly know a value in amethyst. Oh, there's I finally got on my saddle ring. That's coming up tonight. We're not making you wait. That's not coming up this weekend. It's coming up tonight, which should also tell you that it was too limited to show on the weekend, so we had to do it on a weeknight here. So tonight is the night you see our 2 carat 43 saddle ring in all diamonds back, but this one's not $888, and it's not $777. Oh my goodness. Well, now we're looking at a better than gold band price by itself. So I'm thrilled with that. If we can make an amethyst with really good diamonds that affordable, it gets better. And by the way, we have Ametrine coming up in the show tonight too. So if you want the half amethyst, half citrine, that is Ametrine one source stone, we do have a rare look at an Ametrine here tonight. So we've got that too. So just again, if you want to go all amethyst, this is the only one at the show besides the carved piece I have coming up. But we're going to do better than $6.99 as well. I'm here to give you a major value and major savings. This is what I mean by carved. Look at that. Is that artistic or what? So we do have that amethyst piece as well. That's going to be our 36 carat stone that's carved from the inside and then buff top. It's not $6.99 either. Come on in. Let me show you even closer. I mean, I'm not scared. Let's get in. Yep, you cannot hide when you are on our wheel and really looking just so spectacular. How about this? And Valentine's Day, February, I mean, my goodness, I think everybody could have a reason to pop in and shop one of these, whether it's for yourself, for a gifting idea as well, for anybody, even for the younger gals. You know, again, heart shapes are really timeless, and it really is a beautiful look and means a lot to give as a gift. So I like a giftable price point. How about better than $6.99 when there's already 4 gone? It leaves us with only 3 left, and we're not even to the final price. So I think that's when you know there's something significant happening with value, when already so many of our quantity are already spoken for and done and gone, and we aren't even at the final price. So this is where, again, you get the choice of gold, you get the choice of size, you get the free shipping as well. Reminder that we've got that new register opportunity. It's a special promotion for a limited time only, where if you are a new register, you haven't registered before and you want to go ahead and get registered, we give you $50 to use on your first purchase as well. So something else to keep in mind. Let's go back to the ring and take a look at our $6.99, getting better value here. Let's make it only $599 for the ring that you see there in any gold you would like, and that will be your final price on that one in a beautiful way. It's also stackable. It looks great with the Wonder Rings, by the way. Yes. Thank you, Diane. I'm so glad. I didn't know it was a gamble to take a heart shape, but I love the thematics of just the time of year it is here and the meaning that has. So thank you, Diane. I'm so glad you are one of the many picking one of those up here, and we'll give it 60 seconds because we got to move. And then the Ametrine will be here. The Ametrine is so special, and if you're not familiar with this stone, it is a rarity. It is a one-store stone, but look at this. It's actually a split, and that's going to be a beautiful way to get half amethyst, half citrine, all in the same stone. So we do have that one on the way, plus we have that carved piece, plus there's a new Paraiba in a combination that I have not seen us do before, and it is lovely. So there's a bright neon. When you want to talk oversized, we got an 11 karat Paraiba. There it is. That's the bright lime green we love. And then the amethyst is still available if you'd like to get one, and the classic cross. The most classic of all the cross pendants we've ever made or created is also here, and it's a really good, just a light half carat for you. And I also have lots of earrings tonight, whether you're looking for Mahenge pink spinels not amethyst. Ametrine and amethyst are already here. We've got aquas, aquamarines, which will be the next month's birthstone, March. So we'll talk about two different options in aqua earrings tonight, both a hoop style and a little bit more of a stud meets a drop. So we'll talk about those. And then, might as well, we already gave you that preview. Let's show you what this is all about, a little closer view. Truth is, you can only get so close because the piece is massive. It's 1113032. Keep calling on the amethyst, and then here it is. This is the really artistically designed, you couldn't ask for more detail than this. And when you talk about, here's a stone that we know and we've heard of, but I ask, have you ever seen an amethyst done like this? Where it's actually carved here. You see the top is actually smooth. This is what we call a buff top. Think of it like a cabochon. It's buff top and smooth across the top of the pear, but then through the back, and they finished it with the gold to match. But look at this. It's actually got carving within. I know we're backed up on the line, so bear with us. We don't have a lot of operators at the moment. But here we are with 1113032. And it is our 3602 Master Carved Brazilian Amethyst. And that is done with it's a combination of different carving and obviously artistic details, but you also have matte finishing to some of the faceting behind it. So you're seeing that's what creates part of the visual that makes that design stand out and pop so much. And it looks like, again, well, it looks like they replicated the design within the stone on the outside, doesn't it? There's a very similar, almost Art Deco meets floral pattern that's happening inside the stone, but it's also replicated on the outside. That is two-tone gold, white and yellow, 14K, 60 points in diamonds as well, and that's your finishing again. Now notice all the backside is white gold, and you've got those yellow gold kind of like dewdrops or teardrops that are actually set over the white gold and the white diamonds. Anyway, it's a big piece. Let's take a look at it on the hand, and then we'll take it on over the neckline for you as well. But look at that. That's a big, substantial statement style, yes. It's going to be coming up. Good call, Karen. I hadn't even thought about it, to be honest with you. I hadn't really set a set time for you, Karen. But I'm thinking, what's that? Oh, Sharon, I'm sorry, Sharon. You know what, Sharon? It's probably going to be one of our top. Should we do it at the midpoint of the show? 6:30. 6:30, that's like 90 minutes from now or so. Just, yeah, not too long. Just not even. It's like an hour and 9 minutes. I'm still not used to. Do you know what my mom says today? I kid you not. I'm driving in. I had to call her and give her a little peanut update. And I called her and she hangs up. Like for years and years and years, she pretty much has the same sign off in the afternoon. When we talk, she says, okay, I'll see you at 7. I go, nope, nope. She's not used to it. I'm not used to it. I mean, I'm just glad I'm in the car on the way here. She says, see you at 7. No, 5 o'clock, Mom. Oh yeah, 5 o'clock. Yeah, we're not used to it either, guys. But so 6:30 would be an hour and 9 minutes from me. I can't, again, I'm not quite used to the early start times either. And I know a lot of us are in the same boat, but take a look. But we're here and we're good and we're shopping. So it's all fine. But look at that. That's your 1 7/8. Let me show it here on the neckline as well. So you can see that from a distance away and how lovely that is. And then we are going to give you the value. Take a look at it up close one more time. I am so excited this is here. And that finishing is really, I would wear it reversed, and I'm not even kidding. I would totally wear that in reverse. I think it's so cool that way too. And in that way you get like, you know, all white and then you got the two-tone. Either way, it's a piece that was $69.99 once upon a time. Well, I'm here to bring you the fairy tale princess of pricing here. Yes, just call me your fairy tale princess of shopping. I will take that title. But don't ask me to sing like the fairy. I don't know, the fairy princesses and all the princesses usually sing, right? They have beautiful, melodious, wonderful voices. I would need, I sound in the shower. We all do, right? But everywhere else, not so much. Can we just say props to Carrie Underwood for doing that a cappella, rolling with the punches and doing that a cappella impromptu. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. I was very impressed. I was very impressed. Shout out Carrie. I just want to have her quads mostly. That's what I'm really, but I would love to have her singing voice as well. So she's definitely like my workout inspiration every day. If you've not seen Carrie Underwood's arms and legs, well, if you need a little workout inspiration at the gym, that's who you need to turn to. But here we go. $69.99, not going to be. I've got it for $1,999. Why not? Make it affordable. Make it really affordable, and then you can add the artistic one of a kind that looks like it's plucked out of some incredibly regal estate sale, like a big, big, big estate buy from some royal family of many, many, many moons ago. And yet it's one of a kind for one of you. And that's what we love. And it's only $19.99. It should be $7,000. So thank you so much. And so Sharon's excited about the saddle. The saddle ring, so we've kind of come up with a time, 6:30, by the way, is Pacific Coast time. So that would, of course, be just about 8:30 on the Central. And then, of course, 9:30 for the East Coast. So it's only like an hour away. So we'll get to that because I like to make sure we're all gathered here together. And I sound like I'm going to do a sermon, and I am going to. We're going to preach jewelry and values all night long. But here we go with the Tanzanite earring buy. There is a Tanzanite earring buy that I must show you because with the popularity of Tanzanite earrings of late, and the number of you that were looking for some drops. But most of the drops I had, do you remember what day was that? Saturday or Sunday I started out, and we brought you all the big drops, but naturally there was one that was left behind, and I didn't intentionally do that, but it was hiding out where the 13 karat 40 stone that Michael got was. So we found these, and I thought, well, let's just bring them out, and then let's drop the price. So it's item number 1124828. This is a very large classic oval. So again, we've seen some fancy cuts of late, some cushions of late. Love that we're bringing a classic cut like the oval. And it's 4828, and here we get 11 karat 72. Now, there's a very specific reason and a good one that they're coming out early, and that is because, yes, there's one pair, but there's also a major value. Yes, Jess? Oh, I'm so... Really? Of this month? Oh my goodness, we're 4 days away. Well, I had no idea. Michael, thank you. First of all, thank you. You made my night, first of all, and like you always do. But that is wonderful. I had no idea. We got a birthday boy soon to be in the house. And was that maybe why, maybe that's why he took that big exotic cruise, right? Was that a little early birthday celebration? Well, either way, that's Sunday. So Michael, if you're with us Sunday, I'll try to make sure I do that birthday shout out. But in case I miss you, in case you're out, partying elsewhere, definitely happy birthday early from all of us at TVON. From us to you, and enjoy your new Tanzanite. Thank you so much. So that's wonderful. Well, to many, many more as well. So let's take a look at this Tanzanite earring here. And this is, one of our favorites. Blue Wing Block D, 2 museum reserves. We got the 1172, which means they're almost 6 carats each. And then you've got a carat 20. That's what's unusual. A lot of these Tanzanite drops, they don't always give you a ton of diamond weight, even if the stones are larger. So I love that this one is delivering that really large diamond weight. And a carat 20 is about, I think, as large as we've had in a Tanzanite earring, at least that I can recall. So thrilled about that. Carat 20 is significant. This is a post, but it's also a hoop. So it's just got the hinge in the back. It's going to flip right down, and then it's going to be easy. Now, this is not going to interfere with your post. I will tell you right now, what's really great about this is that it also does not, what I mean by there's actually a little loop that's around and surrounding your post. So it doesn't actually lock on to the post, which means your post is never going to bend or warp or change shape, and that's really important because then it always just, look at that, boom. You don't have to line it up correctly, you just flip it and then it's locked. So, and then all you do, flip it down. And again, I'll show them to you on as soon as I give you the measurement, because it doesn't look like we've had that up there yet. So let me go ahead and give you the measurement. It was $19,999 for the earring. Glad they're not tonight. We're going to take them a lot lower. There's your, let's call them an inch and I would say 1 3/8 inches there, top to bottom, but better look at it's going to be on, so you can see it next there. But let's go ahead and take a look at the first close-up there. That's going to be a nice matching pair too, and we love that halo that's done for you as well. But this is what they look like from a distance, and you can really see that's and also a nod to the great designers that make sure it sits properly so that it's not falling forward. That's really important as well, because again, it's a bigger stone, it's a weightier piece. We don't want that, falling forward at all, so you see that there. All right, so back to the wheel we go. We show you the close-up on each together, that beautiful matching, and we'll make this, gosh, this is important, not even 10,000. So there's your half off already. It's going lower, and nobody necessarily, you don't need a sale to get a discount around here. It's all about this big, big value, and that is incredible halos. I'm just thinking about everybody who has a Blue Wing Block D and rings who may want an earring to match. And it's not going to be $99, $89, $79, $69, $59, $99. We just broken, like, it feels like the sound barrier of value, because what happens there is already a price that is way too low just for, in a lot of cases, the carat 20 in diamonds. To get all that workmanship that an earring entails and requires, then to get that fabulous, fabulous look with, again, ease of wear. Don't worry about that. Do not worry a thing about that because it's just so easy. As long as your pierced ears are good, that really beautiful hinge is secure and it's really got a nice resistance to it. It's extra, extra, extra secure. It has to be for stones like that. And it's not even $59.99. Here's your value. It is for one caller. That's it. And you've got the earrings that will work back to all your blue wing block Ds that you ever own and ever might own and are lucky enough to have already, because a lot of you do. And it's not even $5,500. They are $54.99 for that pair of earrings. So that's the lowest price we've seen on earrings of that carat weight. So that's very, very important to take advantage of. Think about it, it's like $469 a carat or so. So that's a really important value. I highly recommend them, and they do stay in the white gold, and we can have them right out to you too, because obviously no sizing needed. So they can be right out to you pronto. And make sure you grab the amethyst, which is last call. That's the heart shape. And then of course we do have the pendant, which had all that designer detail. That one's still here if you'd want to get that $19.99 pendant. I would highly recommend it. And now our Tanzanite earrings, which have been very much in demand. And again, there's only so many days left we have to even share the Blue Wing Block D Museum Reserves with you. So now and there is a yellow diamond, but let's get to our really, really fabulous big aqua, and then we've got some earrings, and then also this one of a kind. We saw that rose and white gold to start the show in the designer ring. That was a little elongating for some, I get that. So let's move those aside as they are verifying, and look at this, double, almost like a leaf design. It really is a bypass, but with so much more detail than a single row. It's got this rose gold, and then the little bit of black rhodium underneath the champagne diamonds. One of a kind, stays as is. 4305 is your item number, and that is all pave round brilliant white diamonds and champagne diamonds, and it looks like they just priced them as white, so that's a big benefit. So 4305 is your number, and it stays in the rose gold as is. There's a great finishing to it, you'll see here as well, which looks lovely. So even with the cutouts, sometimes with cutouts in negative space, you can't really completely finish it with an undergallery. You got that here, look at that. Wait a minute, that looks very much, do we dare look at the designer hallmark? Because I'm seeing a panther head there, and that's, yeah, are you guys seeing that too? Did anyone else notice that? It looks like that panther head. Do we dare look and see if there's a designer insignia on the inside? Because I'm thinking, how did we, nope, okay, good, this is good. So, oh yeah, okay, that's what I thought. So this is a designer piece that we have for you here. That we've, honestly, I've been here 8 years and we've never had this designer, but yes, it is an FE piece because it did say that on the inside. So that's an important, just again, great designer, but usually is quite pricey out where you find them. And they've got, again, great boutiques and are sold all over, and they sell in the cruise ships and everything else. But it's a little bit more pricey typically, so this one is a thrill to bring to you. And guess what we're going to do? It's our first and ever piece from that brand, and we're not usually one to bring outside designers, so this might be just that extra anomaly for you where it's not even going to be $39.99 as it should. It's going a lot lower than that, and it's for just one collar. It stays as is, but you saw the finishing, so that's really complex to do. It's part of the reason why. That's not retail, by the way. That would be, you know, you might have to go up about, I don't know, 3-4 times to get a retail on that one. So it's a great chance to pick it up. And we're going to do this one for $15.99 instead. So just a rock bottom price to drop it on down to make it much more affordable than you could ever get anywhere on that big name. So that's going to be one for the ages. It's $15.99 if you'd like to grab it. And then we have some earrings coming up. I've got all kinds of earrings and specials on those earrings. Whether you want to go, we'll even give you options in the way of aqua. And then big emeralds are here. We have a beautiful Windsor. I do have another all white diamond ring. If you just want to go all white diamonds in white metal, platinum, we've got that for you as well. And then don't forget, big collectors. Paraíba is here in a huge 11 carat and a half size in the bright green with the Mandarin garnets. And that's going to be also coming your way. Also, there is a Mandarin. This is one of those Mandarin pieces we just, this is just, we want to talk about workmanship. We're talking about it here. Wait till you see this mounting. This is one of our most, and this was supposed to be retired. And I know it is as far as future creations, but the good news is we had this one in a vault, bringing it out. Look at that, that Mandarin garnet in the middle, and then the two tones of the gold, which you don't actually need to leave that way. You can do all one color gold if you prefer it. That's not a problem. But here we are with the Mandarin garnet. Are you ready for just, should this be a little preview? Are we waiting for everybody to arrive? I'm thinking maybe top of the hour. You know how valuable Mandarin garnets are. That's very, very important. And by the way, Michael gave you a shout out, Jess. I don't know if you saw that online. Thank you. Big thanks to you. And hey, Tammy, and hey, Kirsten, thank you. Yeah, it was. So here we go. This is going to be the Mandarin. It's item number 11258886. And yet you get the Mandarin in the middle, which is a 70-point private collection pair, and every bit. Sometimes they get a little too brown or a little too red. If they are, they're Spessartites, but it's amazing how, because Mandarins are so valuable, a lot of people just kind of jump the gun and call it a Mandarin when it's not. I'm going to be a little more particular with you on that. So it's 5886. It's a 70-point Mandarin in that pear shape, brand new. And then it has the 70 points in diamonds. But what really is interesting is there any end to the detail of this ring? From the multiple settings of the diamonds, from prong set, bezel set, bead set, to the way that the rope texture is done, if you want to call it rope or cabling, that's on the sides. Then you have the mill grain within that allows this entire piece and all the white gold that you see there to look like lace. It is really well done. And it's one of those that looks even prettier on the hand. And yes, it's a wider, larger piece, but it never fails to amaze. This detail, the workmanship, everything about it, and the price tag that should be here for this $39.99. Well, that's what happens when you get any private collection Mandarin. They're very, very unique. But again, we have the big saddle ring coming up in about, it's actually now only going to be less than an hour away. So we are almost there, and it's going to be here before you know it. So stay with us, because the saddle ring, 2.5 carats in pave diamonds almost, going to be amazing. But this is the Mandarin. I was thinking what we do is just drop it down in price. I love the idea of auctioning it, but I think it's too early. It's just a little too early, not everybody's arrived. So you guys get the special, and I'm just gonna make it even better than where the auction would have started, which is $2,500. Nothing wrong with that. There's the size of the ring. It would be beautiful, by the way. If you see it on different fingers of the hand, which I'm gonna show you, so is this ring. Now look at that. That one, that puts it in perspective, because this is a large ring, one of the largest we create. Look at the saddle ring, which is coming up later. It really is even a bit larger. So if you're into the wider rings, we certainly have great options for you here tonight. That's what it looks like on a middle finger. I'm going to move it right on over to the index finger as well, because that might be an option you consider, because it doesn't, it has that width, but it doesn't stand up too high off the hand. I think that's important for anything you choose to wear here or here. But that's how it looks in all different ways. Not $2,500 to open in the auction. Instead, I'm not even going to ask for $24.99, and there's something very ornate about this one. It's specialty. You can tell by looking. There are certain pieces, and I say this all the time because I'm such a believer in it, whether it's cars or clothes or jewelry or really a lot of different categories. I think it applies to even things like homes as well, where a lot of times, even if you're not really an expert in that particular category of whatever it may be, sometimes when a piece is really exotic, important, well made, you know it. You know it the second you see it. And that's really what I feel like this ring embodies, is that idea that you just know, right? It's just got the luxury that is entailed here. Let's take a look at it. It's not $24.99. It's going to be a huge value. We're going to take it all the way on down and make it so much easier than $24.99 for you. It's not $2,000. I know it's early. We're only 30 minutes into the show. So this is when, again, I'm like going, oh yeah, I forgot about TVON. Oh yeah, it's time to start watching TVON. This is where we can really show you how happy we are and how thrilled and how rewarded you will be for being with us in this first 35 minutes or so. And yet it's not going to be $2,000 or even $19.99. And this is one of those stones that, remember, it's on that trajectory like Paraíba is. There are two stones that are not related. One's a garnet, that would be the Mandarin, this month's birthstone, one of the many. And then there's the Paraíba we know is that really, really rare variety of tourmaline. Both are elevating in price tag like nothing else in the industry, nothing. The only thing, which again, we kind of think of diamonds and gemstones separately. Diamonds are diamonds and gemstones are gemstones. And even though they're from the earth and they all have their value, it certainly is all a matter of quality. But with the stones like the Paraíbas and the Mandarins, and why they're running neck and neck with this never seem to plateau moment, is that they're both mined out. And yet they were both only discovered really not that long ago. Remember, Paraíba was discovered in '89 and Mandarin followed in 1991. And yet with that, being as recent a discovery as that is in the gem world, they're already gone, mined out, done. So it's for that reason that they're really, and they're also just popular and they're beautiful. So, and they're neon. They both share that property. So how about we make this a really affordable way to get a Mandarin where it's not going to be $19, it's not even $14.99. I think that would be that important value where it's going to be immediately gone. At $14.99, that seems like a value. You are getting 70 points in diamonds and a lot of gold. Is it wide? Yes. Is it heavy or uncomfortable? No, it really is not. It's a really, that open work really just makes it so comfortable. The design itself acts as your undergallery. It's not 14, it's not 13, and it's not $12.99. And this is how I like to do it, to make sure that if this is on the wish list, if this is on your radar at all, there are moments like this where you can finally get one if they've been a little out of reach. I think $4,000 is, you know, that's a significant number to pay for a ring, not necessarily for a Mandarin that's private collection, that's bright and clean and neon like that, but it's a significant amount for anybody to pay right now for a piece of fine jewelry when you're talking about what we love here. So I want to make it easier for you. It's not going to be $12.99. It's not $11.99 either. We're going to get it gone in a hurry, because this is what we do early on. It's just, again, an incentive and a reminder to be with us every moment of every show, because if not, you can miss values like this one, and we don't want that to happen. We want you to be here, ready to go, so you can take advantage of everything. And how about this one for a skip it, not even $10.99. All that ring for $999. That's it. So that's the value. I don't know if anybody would dispute that value. The question is, do you like a lot of gold? And if you don't want two-tone like it is, so maybe again to clarify, Tony, that they can do any one gold color they want, but right now, if you were to just say, I like it as is, I'm gonna follow the designers and what they thought was best, I'm gonna get it as is, you're gonna get the yellow gold on the top and the bottom, and then the white gold the rest of the way. If you want to do all yellow, all white, all rose, which would be even, let's face it, it would have to be remade, but it would be even easier to do because you're not dealing with the two-tone, then you can do that as well. So you have options there, but $999 to get a piece like that, when it just extends down the hand the way this does, but still in such, you see it there, low profile way, so it's never too high or getting in the way of daily wear. That's important. But are you seeing this $999 price tag for something with that much gold and workmanship and detail? Again, many sizes of diamonds, many settings of diamonds, two tones of gold if you choose it, the rope texture, the mill grain. What's it missing? It's got a big rare exotic stone in the middle at a light 1 carat Mandarin garnet. Here it is again on the hand at $999. Doesn't make a lot of sense, but it's what we do, and making sure everything can go on a Wednesday night. So we have about 20 minutes left till the top of the hour, which is when we're going to have a little special surprise for you at the top of the hour. And then, of course, the saddle ring happening at the bottom of next hour. It's about 50 minutes away, so not much longer to wait on that very, very special and returning favorite, but it's been forever. It's been years and years and years since we have seen the saddle ring. And I think about it, because I think about the band that I know so many of you are already, I got a lot of emails this past couple of days when I was not here with you, because I'm not here on Mondays and Tuesdays, but I got a lot of emails from a lot of you saying, I got my 6-stone band ring and I am loving it. And a lot of you have told me you love the 2-row and you love the single row. Well, that's very exciting. And if you were lucky enough to get those 2.5 carat single row bands that we had, wonderful. But if you want something a little bit wider with a lot of diamonds are going to be about the same total weight, but wider in the ring, we've got that for you. So it's great. It just helps everybody get what they need and what they want, I think. And that's the idea. So let's keep moving. We got the aqua earrings coming up. And I decided, since we have obviously a lot of aqua lovers, because what we bring is that Sierra Santa Maria top tier material, let me show you what we have in earrings tonight, because I figured if I've got two, I might as well show you both, and then you'll immediately know which one is better for you. Here is more of a stud. Now again, it's a north-south setting, so it won't exactly be your typical stud, and they're also really, really big stones. So that's one option, and that's gonna be the earring that is more like a button style or stud. Then I also happen to have, though, a hoop earring in the rounds. So this is going to be a choice of, so you're going to decide, do you want this more north to south drop style, or would you like to have a hoop earring with this kind of open front facing split hoop with the diamonds on either side and then the aqua in the middle? It looks like a suspension or a tension set, but don't worry, it's got a prong and a basket all the way around it. This one's going to be, first of all, on the left side, 112-5802, and I thought it'd be fun to also give you a wonderful price tag on each. And it all comes down to, and what I'm really surprised at is that the hoop has a little more gold, but you're going to get a little more stone weight with the stud. So I'm really excited about two options here. It's going to be 1125,802 on the left. That's going to be because you're getting the big stones, carat and a quarter each, 2.5 total. Then you have the 5-point diamonds, but remember it's just 2. So bigger stone, bezel set right above your aqua cushion. That's here. Then if we go over to this side, if you like a drop, a hoop, it's kind of like a stud, but dropping from a hoop is what it is. And that's going to be 1110046. That's going to be the hoop with more diamond weight, 55 points, but you're getting a round 5mm aqua, which every one of them is a little bit different in carat weight, which is why we don't have the carat weight. But 5mm usually equates to about a half a carat. Could be a light half carat. They're all a little bit different, but the matching is incredible. That has to be, it's an earring, but you also got that Sierra Santa Maria. So it's the best aqua out there, the best of the blue barrels, no doubt about it, and two great options, and they're both gonna be under $1,000. So that if you're shopping for an early March birthstone, if you are, listen, I think that the best idea is to get one of each too, because I'm imagining right now, I'm imagining the hoop and the primary piercing, and then if you have 2 piercings, I'm putting the cushion cut behind it. But you can do what you want, or you know who you're shopping for, it's yourself or for a gift idea. Either way, but they're not $9.99. And remember, the one gives you a larger stone presence, so the stud gives you the larger individual stones, where the hoop gives you more diamond weight. We're looking at the hoop information now, 55 points in diamonds in that hoop style. You get to decide what you like better, but honestly, not a time to wait. The 3/4 inch drop, it's gonna be a little less on the more stud style, but that's a square cushion, or rather an elongated cushion, so it gives you a really nice look to it. I will put them on so you can see them on from a distance, and then it's not going to be $9.99. Now remember, actually the studs are going to be a little bit more because of the fact that they're the larger stones. So that's the first thing to remember, is that the stud is going to be a little bit more, and then the hoop has that incredible diamond weight to it. So it's just a matter of what you prefer here, but I'm going to try one of each on at the same time so you can really see them, and they're not going to be, the stud earring is not even $888 or $777. This is a huge blowout. We thought it might be a good time to just go ahead and shop a little early, but get you all ready for March with the best of the birthstone possible. And you've got the 251s with that gorgeous color, and that's so tough to do. That could be a center stone in a ring. This is no small earring here, and I have them both on so you can really, just like we're comparing them close up, I wanted you to be able to do that from a distance as well. So that makes it a little bit easier, I think. And then you let me know if you want to see one or the other. This one's just balancing in the piercing there. But again, you get the idea here of how they look just on a comparison. You can see the extension of that hoop there. So it does, I love that, how it's dropping, and then it's got that round in the middle. I think that's really attractive because it does. It looks like it's floating among these diamonds. And then there's your more stud style here with this cushion cut with that big diamond bezel set. You know what that reminds us of. Certainly gives a diamonds by the yard essence or feel. And this one is going to be, you know what, let's take it even lower. It's going to be $699 for the cushion cuts in the second piercing there. So that just gives you the size perspective. Again, I know that you may not stack them like this. I just wanted you to see them side by side so you get the reference point. But that one's going to be $699. The hoop with the 55 points in diamond weight is even less. And then you can get them both if you want to, because the hoop is actually going to be $599 with a half a carat plus in VS diamonds in the hoop, the same gorgeous aquamarines out of the Sierra Santa Maria, extinct mine, no matter what. Let's take them back up close as well. So I just love that for under $700, you're getting either one. But again, the cushion cuts the more because that's the bigger. So $699 on the cushion. Is that what you're taking? Thank you so much. The cushion cuts are the first to go. And remember, we have just a couple of pairs of each, so I'll be counting them down. There's the cushion cut because we only have a few. Like, again, consistency is key. And that's really what's important about having that amazing, amazing color. And then don't forget, it's like a hinge style in the back of this hoop. Let me show you here, just so we all know how it fastens. It's going to be hinged at the base. So it just, you literally just open it up like that. That's it. And then it's going to align. You just push it and click it closed. You'll hear it click. You'll hear it lock. You know that it's closed for good. And then you've got that beautiful, beautiful style. So $699 for the cushions and only $599 for the hoops. Doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? I would have thought maybe reverse, but again, it comes down to the stone carat weight that's larger over here. So either way, under $700. Remember, the hoops on the right, $599. The stud style on the left, and I say style because it's a little bit more of a drape than a typical stud, that's going to be only $699. Thank you. The hoops are going out as well. So we've got a few you get in each. They're very popular, no doubt why. You also have an option of gold color on either one. So just for the record, white gold's very popular with the aquamarines. You don't have to leave them in the white gold. You can, if you are a yellow gold devotee, you can go ahead and take them in the yellow gold as well, or the rose gold, which I wouldn't recommend, but again, it's an option. So just to get all of our bases covered, in that way, if that's what you are committed to and you wear and you want to match, you can do it here. But $699 again for the left side, $599 for the hoop on the right side. I think that hoop is worth taking advantage of, and so are the studs. And if you have any need to get both, I would not be surprised at all if that's the option you choose to go with. So, and big oversized backings, by the way, for those studs. I'll show you one of them here because I just got them. So again, this would have been lovely to have when I had them on, but you can see here, they're nice size, oversized, really well done, 14 karat gold butterfly backings. These aren't like the typical backings because it's a little larger, so they give it that big flat top, so that keeps it a little more taut to the ear. You know how mostly it's just a little butterfly loop, and they can be a little bit flimsy, right? That's not what we do, obviously. So you've got the right backing for the right earring, and it's $699 for the left and $599 on the right. So two great aquamarine options there. And then our top of the hour is going to be with that fabulous ametrine, plus we're going to see yellow diamond, and I do have one Tanzanite piece that is a ring that's still to come. So looking forward to that. The Mandarin garnet's still here. I would probably need some kind of explanation as to how that's here for $999, but it is. So if you'd like to go ahead and grab that with the 70 points in diamonds and that really good, it's the 70-70 ring. It's got the 70-point Mandarin, the 70 points in diamonds, still available. Again, Pam, if you're out there, I don't know which Pam, but Pam, I do have a blue-green tourmaline. I'll flash for you if this sounds familiar. If you are named Pam and you made a request for a tourmaline in the blue-green or the indigo-light variety, here's what I do have that hopefully may work. It's in platinum, and that is one awesome cut stone. Look at that, it's all dirty, but it's got a really good look to it because it's got clarity, but then the great faceting that's so unique, so it really makes it special. So 656 blue-green tourmaline is here, Pam, whenever you're ready to see it. That one, or if anybody else would like to, that's a great tourmaline. You can see there, now it looks better. Just needed a lot of polishing. So there you see, it's actually got the barrel cut across the top. So it's very subtle, but do you see that from the sides? It actually goes up, up, up to the middle there, and then it goes all the way where it's like rectangles, east-west, faceting across the top. So very non-traditional from a table facet perspective. And then it's got the ombre from the blues to the greens in that stone naturally, and then the baguettes all the way around on the side. So that's here. It's a great value on that tourmaline. And then, oh, there is one aqua ring. It's pretty big. It's a 4 karat 59. So we're excited about that oval. Let me just flash it. It's one of those that I'm going to start by showing you the side profile and why, because this is one of those great artsy designs that has the beautiful, almost heart-shaped design in the profile. That leads into the double halo, and there's that consistent color in that aquamarine ring. So March coming up, there's the best of the birthstone right there, and I'm talking about worldwide. There's no better source here, now, or ever before. So that's important to remember. Now, we also have the cross, and this is really a super, super, super cool classic. That's what it is. It's classic, but it's done right. So let's move on from our aquas. Again, the studs are $699, the hoops are $599, and it leads us into, we've seen a couple crosses many times over here. This one is the classic of them all, and it never wants to sit on its own. So forgive me, I'm going to have to give it a little bit of help here. But it is that classic style with just a little bit of extra detail. And please note, I'm holding it, so I'm shadowing it. You can see my shadow from my hand holding it. But look at how beautiful the diamonds are, still bright and white. It's item number 1114607. That is our classic of what we do. It's 42 points in diamonds. And then it has the classic bail, but just a little extra detail doing these points in gold. So there's a little bit of that pointed end point, if you will, to each one of the east and west and the bottom there, and also not the top. I just want to make sure you see there's not going to be that point at the top, just going to be the natural point that's created by the bail. So having that bail, let me show it to you from a distance on the hand, because this is a little bit smaller. If you know our 90 pointer that we do often, that is often requested, this is a bit smaller than the 90 pointer. It has a great length that I think is wearable every day because it's a classic 1 inch, and that is, look at right there, top to bottom with the bail, 1 inch in size. And you can have the white, the yellow, or the rose gold. That's going to be a little hinge bail as well. We'll show it up against the neckline also so you can see what that's all about. How pretty though, to get that. The style is really what's so, again, classic, but with those little extra points, the pointed details. They remind me a little bit of those spike earrings that we do that are so popular all the time. You see the bright white diamonds. They're still large. I mean, every individual round brilliant in the cross pendant is a really good style. And you can see they're full cut, fully faceted, individual 4 basket or 4 prong basket. But that's going to be, well, it's also our most affordable. It's not even $9.99 to get VS diamonds. And if you're going to wear a piece consistently every day, like typically if you wear a cross pendant, that's usually the thinking behind it. It's nice to invest into really good quality so you have it forever. It's also really great when you think about gifting. Gifting to somebody who you want to give something meaningful, special, something that signifies faith and love and all the things, strength and support, and all the things that you may want to gift to somebody who, whether it's because it's a special occasion or a milestone that's being reached, or communion up and coming, or you know, if you do Easter gifts where it's not just about marshmallow candies and chocolate, but you want to get someone something important for Easter Sunday, this would be something, a good time to get it, because it's rarely here in stock, and it's not even $888 or $777 either. Huge value. Only a couple to go around, white, yellow, or rose gold, and it's not $777. It's going even lower than that. Trying to make it super crazy affordable so that everybody can shop it. If you need a great cross piece that is going to be classic as can be, but still that upgraded quality that is only upgraded if you're shopping elsewhere, right? When you shop here, it's the upgrade every day. It's almost like the upgrade's no longer an upgrade, but you have to realize it still is, because very few offer VS diamonds like we do. And it's also not $699 or $599. It's $499. I want to show you all the way around because that's how it elevates off the neckline. It's got great finishing through the back, as I'll show you here. So it's really well done in every way possible. That is a great finishing. No rough edges, no scratchiness behind it. All that solid gold. And then just a little dot open work so you can clean your diamonds properly from the backside as you wear it. But $499 only, so we'll give that a couple seconds here, and I want to show it against the hand one more time because the size perspective is everything. If you don't see it in all the different ways, how do you ever know how big it is, right? 1 inch still, it's a lot easier to reference that when you see it up against the hand or against the neckline as we've done. So $499 if you'd like to get it. 60 seconds, 1 hour is almost gone. So we have the big top of the hour coming up. Then we've got the bottom of the hour coming up. That would be that diamond ring right there, which has not been here in many, many, many years. It's been requested, but has not been here. So we're going to bring that out at long last tonight. Tonight's the night that comes out to play. It's $242 in diamonds, the 242 in all that gold, and it's a lot of gold. It's a lot of gold, more gold than any other ring that we do require. So including bridge mountings and other saddles and all that. So we're excited about it. And then the big aqua's here. If you have requests, get them in, and then we can help you. And then we have more earrings too throughout the show. So if you already loved our aquas, there are more earrings where that came from. And don't forget about those hoops. I'm a little bit shocked that if you saw, and I know, forgive me, but I think it's helpful to see if I've got 2 aqua earrings in the entire inventory, I'm going to show them to you so you pick the right ones. But just a reminder, these are $599. So when you get a hoop in diamonds, I know we do an inside out style that's not too much different. That's just 1 row in diamonds. And it's more money by a long way. This is $599 for 1110046. So just want to remind you, they are here and available if you'd like them for $599. It was the more affordable of the 2 we brought you, which rarely happens on a hoop, especially one that is center facing, you know, split style like that is. It's really beautiful. And our Mandarin's here for $999. That's unusual. And then the big Tanzanite drop earrings also available. But again, wild moment there to be able to get. Now, if you like diamond earrings, I have to tell you about something that's happening on Saturday, because this is not for everybody. And it's honestly, I've been here a long time. I've never seen us do an earring like this. So I just thought it would be helpful to give you a little heads up that something's coming up in a diamond earring in a drop style on Saturday morning with me at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Take a look. There are large diamond drop earrings. They're done in this incredible heavy omega back style that so many of you ask about. And that's going to be, look at how great it looks with the saddle ring. What do you think? Saddle rings tonight, and the diamond earring drops are on Saturday morning. So I just thought, since we're talking earrings and they're going out anyways, we're going to talk about those just briefly. $370 though is your diamond weight in this almost like, again, hinged, mobile, nested style, big. Doesn't that look like one huge stud at the top too? And then it's got this beautiful kind of front-facing, really dimensional look. And I love that they move and they swing. That's fully articulated. So they got a lot of movement, and diamonds love to move, because if you don't have diamonds really moving, they don't sparkle. They have to be a lot of things to do what these diamonds are doing. They have to be great quality, they have to be white and bright, and they have to move and be in great light to sparkle, and that's what's happening. So those are coming up $370 in diamond drops. That's Saturday. It sounds like it's far away, but it's not. It's not far away. We've got 2 more days till we get there. So something that's coming up, just want to give you a heads up on that, because we don't see earrings like that typically. And then our top of the hour, 2.5 minutes away. These hoops are still going out like crazy. Makes sense why. Let me show you the designer Blue Star Sapphire. I think of Shirley now when I think of a Blue Star Sapphire, because Shirley's been looking for one for a while. Don't know if she's with us tonight. Shirley, if you are, welcome, and thank you so much for requesting. I just had to show this to you because I've seen very few Blue Stars, and when I saw this today, I thought, well, that's got to be, first of all, it's the most translucent, almost, I don't know, really almost transparent. Let's take a look at this. One of a kind designer piece in platinum, 1125915. Let me show you this. This is just one of those stones. Not only is it the ideal color of blue, but it's actually clean to the point where you can see a bit through the stone. Usually they are completely opaque. And that's okay, because we love them for the phenomenal effect that is the asterism. Here it is. Item number is 1125915. It's platinum setting. It's a 272 in the stone, so it's also got a big size. And we'll get it gone before the top of the hour even gets here, guaranteed. Here's how we do it. It's 272 with 60 points in diamonds. They are baguettes and rounds. You get both different cuts together, framing, wrapping around your beautiful piece. It is such a striking blue. This is where, if it was a faceted stone, no asterism, no phenomenal effect, that would be about a $12,000 or $13,000 sapphire on this show. It's cornflower blue. You rarely see the cornflower. They're either too light and too dusty and too gray, or they're too dark. In the star stones that are unheated and treated, of course, and then they give you that phenomenal effect, they're usually too light or too dark. This is really spot on, best of the best color. Even if you were talking about the world's most exotic faceted sapphire, let's make it easy. You get the phenomena with it. It's beautiful. I'm going to show you how bold it is on the hand because it's got a great feel. It's platinum. So we know that's a dense, heavy metal. And then there it is from afar. You can even see that asterism gleaming from a ways away. Stays in the platinum. A huge blowout from $59.99. I was combing through the inventory, obviously, when you're gone 2 days, right? As I am, just Mondays and Tuesdays is when I'm not here with you. I'm here with you every other day, but Mondays and Tuesdays. And so I kind of go through the inventory, see what's new, see what's fresh, see what's, going to be the best of the best I can show you from all the, 38,000 pieces we have right now. And this star sapphire just caught my eye. Let's make it better than even 5 or 4 or 3, because it's not just good enough we bring you quality, we got to bring you the rarity and the value. It all has to come together. As we are at the top of the hour, we're so glad you're with us on this Wednesday night. Hope you're having a great evening so far. We're here to bring you the best of the best in jewelry. That's what I've got for you. And best in value. That's important too. It's not just about, oh, hey, look at the pretty jewelry. It's about, look at the amazing jewelry and I can afford it and it's less money than I thought it was going to be. That's what we do here. Take a look. Not going to be $39.99. Are you ready for a miracle price? Here it is. This is it. This is the one to get. This is the one to own. It's not even $2,000. I'm making this affordable. This one is downright affordable. It's not $2,000. It's not $19,000. It's not even $15,000. I'll make it $14.99. First caller on our Blue Star Sapphire. That's the best quality Blue Star Sapphire in all the inventory. And by the way, there's a 20 karat here too. That costs you a lot of money. But it doesn't have the clarity that this stone has. This stone has the clarity. And that is, stays in platinum, but we'll size it for you. It's a great choice to have a star stone in a white metal because you see the star itself has a little bit of that silvery white tone. So that's a match there. And nothing not to love. And the price tag is ridiculously good. So that one's $14.99. Had to show that because we've had so many of you intrigued by the world of Blue Star Sapphires lately, and If you are intrigued, I say kudos to you. Good call, because it is definitely a beautiful, durable, and rare stone. And it's a great way to get the blues that we love anyways, that look good with so many things. And a lot of us wear a lot of blue, but you're also getting that really cool asterism. That is a phenomenal, naturally occurring thing that's really important. We call it a phenomenon because it's doing something extraordinary with light. That's what a phenomena is. There's only a few phenomena in the world of gems, and that's one of the really cool ones there. So that's our star sapphire. Had to bring it out. Let's talk ametrine for our top of the hour. So excited this one's here. We have a white and a yellow gold option for you as well. And let's also welcome you to our big Wednesday night. Thanks so much for being with me. My name is Lauren Blair. We've got 2 hours left. There is something to be said if you are just tuning in. A lot of you know, but this is the saddle ring that I've been wearing on my ring finger on my right hand all evening long. It's coming up in 28 minutes. As soon as the bottom of the hour of this hour hits, 28 minutes away, we're gonna bring that out, unveil it. It has not been here in a very long time, and I'm so excited that the value is even better than where it was when it was a bestseller years ago. With diamonds and gold going up the way they have, why would that be a better value? Because it's Wednesday night, everybody, and it's our big special. So that's coming up, but let me know who's got the blue star sapphire. Again, the saddle ring coming up, 28 minutes. If you're not registered and you've been catching glimpses of it and you really are intrigued by it, you're going to love it, but it's very, very limited. I don't have that many to go around, so that's the key there. All right, let's go to, I'm awfully excited about this Ametrine because, well, anytime that I can bring you Ametrine, it's a good day because this is rare one source. Yes? Oh, really? Thank you. The rose and the white. Was it Marianne or Miriam? Marianne. Hi, Marianne. Thank you so much for shopping. Okay. Are we all ready for this? Star sapphire should be gone, right? Yeah, hopefully. And then here we go with the Ametrine. This is the one that is the only place. There's only one place in the world, and it's called Bolivia. And that's only one place where it's ever been mined. And oh, I got to get behind there and get the fingerprints off somehow. I don't know. This is something that's best done by the jewelers in the back. They have these like great powerful steamers that can get in behind, because I've done my job. The front of the stone is polished. But here's what we want to do. It's obviously a great display of color in that you have half amethyst, half citrine. So the name is Ametrine. It comes from Bolivia. It's the Nanahi mine. It's 112-64-62. And it's a rarity. And this time around, and I've only done this ring once before, which I know we had a lot of people who said, could you please bring it back because I missed out. This is, to me, a very thematic ring because we know about, and if you have time, and if you are a total gem nerd, and like a lot of us are, and by the way, that's a huge compliment because if you're a gem nerd, you know your jewelry, you know your stuff, you're a collector. It's a cool world to live in and be intrigued by because it's Mother Nature, but it's really unusual, and all these stones have stories, but there's a great legend. It's a legend. It's legend and lore, but it's about Princess Anahi. And the whole, at this point in time, gemologists still are wrestling with how this actually is made by nature. It is. It's a natural stone, naturally occurring in that split of 2 quartz stones like it is. But there was a whole legend surrounding just kind of the legend behind how it maybe came to be. Yes? Yes, star sapphire again on the hand looks like this. Take a look at it here. There's that star sapphire again. Even from this distance away, I was commenting that it's got a lot of that clarity even from a distance, like you see there. And then and I know that it's got a muddled star effect because we have 2 lights, so there's 2 stars right now. But you see how the star will rotate. It moves with the stone, and because the light's moving around it. So that star will move. It's a 6-rayed star. That's how you know it's natural. If if you're out shopping somewhere else and it's got 5 legs to the star, then it's probably synthetic, and that means it's man-made or lab-grown. There is such a thing. They can actually replicate these in labs. But again, 6 rays, 6 legs to the star is what you're looking for, and that has it. So $14.99 unheated cornflower blue on that one. And here was your close-up yet again. So if you really like to read and you're fascinated by, legend and lore, look up Princess Anahi of the Anahi mine. Point that I think is cool is that we brought you princess cut diamonds on the side. It's pretty rare to see. And we have 72 points among 8 stones. Yeah, they're almost 10 points apiece. So they're really important diamonds. 4 here, 4 there, wedged in between. Think of it like each diamond gets its own channel. And I don't mean channel on TV. I'm talking about a channel setting of gold surrounding it. That's really cool. So they're set into the gold, almost like you would see with a burnishing. But again, with just 2 sides exposed and then 2 sides surrounded in those bookends of gold. And yet those are 9 points apiece. So they're big stones. There's no doubt about that. Big VS diamonds that you have. The split is 50-50, which I love. It's got this kind of almost like a really cushion meets emerald cut, because you see the step faceting within, but it's got really a rounded kind of perimeter to it. So that border is really well done. And it's in white, yellow, rose, but I'll tell you, I really like the yellow gold because it matches the citrine portion so well. Let's make it really easy. This is a winner, and it's a 10 karat 30. So one of those best of the best, truly unique. That's what it does when you see it directly to eye level. Not only do you have those step facets, of course, those bar facets across the top. That's the whole stone. So it's not just a table facet. We saw this earlier with the tourmaline I flashed. It's happening again. It's replicating all the faceting that's inside the stone. You're seeing on the outside of the stone as well. So it's really fun the way it picks up the light and shows off those two rich colors. And it is nowhere near the $59.99 it should be. It's a powerful ring because it's a statement of the stone being over 10 carats, but the princess cut diamonds that are so big on the sides. And remember, it is a fact of this world, whether you're shopping high-end diamonds or not, it is a fact that bigger diamonds cost more money. It is also a fact that princess cuts cost more money. I say all that because it justifies the $59.99 should be price. It is nowhere near $59.99 right now. It's a top of the hour. And if you know me and my shows, if we've been shopping together for any portion of the last 24 years that I've been doing this almost every day, we know that I love a good top of the hour because it's when everyone joins in, right? It's when people join us and when they check in and see what's going on any given night. Well, this is your moment right now to get the big value that we show you. This show is all about value and all about, we mean business on those Wednesday night values. So instead of even $5,000 or $4,000 or $3,000 or $2,000, and there are very few places to find Ametrine, let alone quality Ametrine that has that nice saturation, that 50-50 split, the beautiful extra cutting that you have. This one is not going to be $29. It's not even $1,999. As a matter of fact, we're going even lower than that. So this is the time to jump in. Also, I like to note, because it's worked out for a couple of you this way, where Amethyst is a February birthstone and citrine is a November. So I always like to point that out, because if that were working as a symbolic something that meant something to you, maybe the loved ones you have, maybe you know somebody close to you is a February birthday and someone's in November, and that's meaningful. I had a gentleman tell me the other day he got one, he's thrilled with it because it's for his wife and it's their two daughters' birthstones together. How perfect is that? So I love that idea, and it's not going to be $19.99 either. So wherever you like it, whatever the reason is behind collecting the stone, you're going to love the price tag. That's really the key here. And it's not even 19, 15, 14, 13, 12. We're literally 20 minutes away from the last presentation of this saddle ring, at least at this price. And we're going to make it that bottom of the hour. It's coming up in 20 minutes. But if you want Ametrine, my goodness, the way these prices are dropping, you could shop multiple things in this one show tonight. And this one's not even 12, 11, $10.99. This is one of those really rich history stones, and still nobody knows to this day. I mean, with all the theories and all the technology and all the gemology that's existed for so long, and still nobody knows exactly how this stone came to be. We know that it's only, though, out of that one place, only out of that mine in Bolivia. That's it. So it's really tough to find. You cannot get it most places you look, even for fine jewelry. Let's go back to it and get it out of here for $9.99 instead. That's all we can do to make a really big value on. I think that if it was 72 points in princess cut diamonds in a band by itself, that's too low. But it's happening right at this moment for only, let's see, is it already gone? It may already be gone. So I think we'll give it 60 seconds, Tony. It's going to be the shortest top of the hour we do, because obviously you've got something special and we can do white, yellow, or rose. So don't think you have to take the yellow. I just think that that combination, there's something about that purple and that gold, and whether that's team spirit, rah, go team, you know, someone that you support or not. I mean, right? It could be and it may not be, but that's one of those things where the colors look good together. There's such that rich golden honey tone with the bright regal purples that you have. Here it is on the hand again for you. So again, forgive it's too big on me. It just doesn't matter. We're going to size it for you to what you need. And remember, that is, look at that. The size is everything there. And if you, again, it's going to fit properly when you get it. It is so much prettier on the hand, isn't it? I love that it's almost like, why? We're seeing it's like a reflection. You have the half citrine, the half amethyst, but you guys see that right there? Do you see what's happening? right there, it's almost like a little golden at the base. That's not, so it's just a reflection. It's the way the cutting is done inside. Remember, we're talking about the step facets across the top and the step facets within, and then this slightly curved end. That's going to be why you get a little reflection here. Let's see, is it happening where you see a little purple on this side? A little bit there. So it's a really cool ring, $9.99. Again, those are massive princess cut VS diamonds on the side, only 8 of them. They're 9 points each exactly. So that's an incredibly important ring. And it's here for $9.99. Yikes. It's a really big special there. And a great way to try Ametrine if you don't have one. I think that if you have one, you're good. I don't think you necessarily need to have 5 of any gemstone unless you really, really love it. I know some of you really, I think we think that about Tanzanites because they're so amazing here and you can't find them anywhere else. We love our Tanzanites. We love getting you know, more Tanzanites because you like collecting the different cuts, the different looks, the different styles. But with Ametrine, it's so distinctive that I think that, you know, you get one and you have it and you'll marvel at it, just like gemologists for so many decades have as well. Or how does that, not even sure why that one area in Bolivia was able to produce these stones together. This is not a process where they're fused or glued together. It doesn't work that way, right? So you've got it for $9.99. We'll give it 60 seconds more and then we should be done with that one. We're only about 18 minutes away from our big saddle ring. Can't wait. And then, shall we show you another designer boutique piece? What about you, Tim? Who's shopping over there? Tim, did you have someone shopping over there? And who was it? Hi, Marjorie. Thank you. All right, coming up. Look at this designer piece in 30 seconds. It's like a butterfly. It's pear-shaped, Colombian emeralds matched, 4 of them. It's like having 2 pairs of earrings together. I mean, why not? Decadent ring right there, no question. And we still have the Blue Star Sapphire, I believe. I think the Blue Star Sapphire, one of a kind, is still here. If you'd like to get it, we had a lot of questions about that one. That one should be gone. If that Blue Star Sapphire doesn't sell, I probably don't need to show you another Blue Star Sapphire as long as I do this, because that one's the best. That's the top of the line and the price was great. So anyway, $14.99 on the Blue Star Sapphire we saw earlier tonight, just a few minutes ago. Ametrine's $9.99. Here's the one-of-a-kind emerald. And then we're going to get to that big princess cut diamond ring. Got a few one-of-a-kinds to get to before our saddle ring. But the saddle ring, although we have more than one because it's all diamonds, is very limited. That's why we're actually doing it tonight. And it's also why I didn't even get to promote it to you or for you, because it's that limited. So we're going to be disappointing people, I have a feeling, tonight because we just have so few. The workmanship is amazing. So we'll see that in a little bit. That's only about, we're talking at this point, 16 minutes from now. So here we are with the butterfly ring. It looks, at least to me, like a butterfly. It's item number 112-7108. And it is a fantastic grouping of 4 matched Colombian emeralds. They're pear shapes, but they're put in such a way where they're set askew, so it really does look like the butterfly in motion. 55 points in diamonds. That would be pave in the band, side to side. It's 112 in the Muzomine emeralds. It's 55 points in the diamonds. It also has a little bit of just that mirror finish platinum right down the middle. It stays in platinum. It's going to be an incredible value because there is only one, and we got to blow out some one-of-a-kinds here as we do on these shows. All of them, most everything I show you is a one-of-a-kind. That is the key, and we've got requests coming in, so make sure you get your requests in too. If you have them for us, we want to help you out there, and thank you so much. Oh, good. That's a pretty ring. Who is got my taste? Who? Bertha. All right, so should we show, like, real quick, let's get your price on the emerald. And then we've got the Tanzanite emerald cut request, but this one only, got to go. Let me show you on the hand. It was $39.99 on this show. I had it. I know it's something I think we all remember because it's very distinctive. And now it's time to truly blow it out. By the way, quick note, those big diamonds, they're all big individual stones. They're not small. Sometimes pave infers small stones. That's not, doesn't have to be the case. Definitely not here. Let's make it better than even $2,000 or $19.99. One caller, and those are all bright, clean, beautiful emeralds. If I turn it the other way, you're going to see the same clarity on the other 2 stones. It's just about the angles here. They're all set a little differently. See how bright each and every one of those stones is? So upright again we go. And this one will be $1,499. And I know how many of us love butterflies, but this is done in a whole different way than most butterfly jewelry pieces are. Most of the time, it's just little tiny diamonds or maybe a little bit of, you know, thin kind of metal. This is really done where I think, again, the gemstones, it's the beautiful, bright Colombian emeralds that are making up your butterfly here. It's just exquisite, isn't it? $14.99, very high end, and a lot of diamonds, big ones too. And then we do have, okay, this Tanzanite. Has she seen this before, or did she just want an emerald cut? Because this stone is excellent. It's what you would expect of Museum Reserve. But wait till you see what it does. Oh, this color. A customer just asked me a couple days ago, did you get a Tanzanite yet? No. Please tell me you're going to get one. I'm trying. Everyone I fall in love with goes out to someone else, but that's okay. That's the problem about having one of a kinds. If you fall in love with emerald cuts, like every time I see one, I fall in love with them all over again. Here is 1125704. Now it is in the yellow. Something of a bit of a departure for us as we see Tanzanites on the air most of the time. You can get white gold, and you can also get rose gold too. But it's the red flashes. The gold is secondary. Not many are going to be paying attention to the gold. It's about this stone. It's item number 5704. It's a 9.5 carat Museum Reserve. It also happens to have the diamonds, 39 points. Remember we saw a Tanzanite earlier tonight. It's gone. It had trillion cut diamonds. This is the trillion look created with the round brilliance together in the trillion shape, side to side, and the length of the Tanzanite itself. Take a look at this on the hand. This is going to be in white, yellow, rose, so don't feel like you need to leave it in the yellow, but I must note you don't see a lot of the gold. I told you it's all about the stone, and this is showing it. It's all about the stone, and it's got the big diamonds to boot, and that's what it does. This is what any good emerald cut's going to do. And the fact that it doesn't fade or have a lighter basic saturation in the middle, which is what a lot of emerald cuts do, and it's not the emerald cut's fault. It's just naturally what occurs in emerald cut stones. Sometimes there's a little less or a little lighter or a void of color in the middle. It's not happening here. It is saturated through and through. And it's also going a lot lower than even this. Now, we got lucky with this one. The fact it's a little under 10, it went to $99.99 instead of $15,000. That's kind of been the deal. If you don't know, the Museum Reserves were in two groupings, under 10 carats and over 10 carats, and it was like everything under 10 carats was $99.99, and then the over 10 carats basically started at $15,000 and then went up from there. I love that this one's just shy, because it's given the look of 10 carats all day, but you're not paying that extra jumbo price tag, and that is what helps you along. It helps you get the value. It makes it affordable. I also got to do better than $99.99, don't you think? A lot better. You came to conquer the world of collectible jewelry. You're in the right place. We're going to make it happen right now, and it's not going to be even 9 or 8 or 7 or 6 or 5. Come on in on the phone lines. Remember, it's first caller says yes. So whoever that first caller is gets it, and it's going to be one that is going to be fought over, I have a feeling, because the value is going to be so good. It's not even 6 or 5 or even, watch this, not even $49.99. We can do better. My butterfly ring is still here at $14.99. Somebody's got to get those big emeralds, but now it's about the emerald cut. Emeralds are great. Emerald cutting, Tanzanite, blue wing, block D, only here, our exclusive, and the Museum Reserve. And it's not even $49.99. Are you kidding me? We got value. Tonight is all about the value. And it's not even $4,500, one of our best right here. What is going on with these price tags? It's like the Museum Reserves. You know what's happening. It's really simple. They're on their way finally to museums. So it's not time to sit around and wait. We're getting you guys, we'd rush, to be honest, and you guys don't need to tell the curators of the world this, but we'd rather you have them. We're so proud to bring this. We're so proud to be the exclusive home and source for this material. And when I say source, obviously we sourced it for you. The source is Tanzania. It's the same mine that every Tanzanite in the world has ever come from, except for the look-alike faux stones out there. We're talking natural from the earth Tanzanite. If it's Tanzanite, blue zoisite, it came from the mine at the base of the Marilana Hills in Tanzania. There is no other source for it. That's it. It's the only place to get it. But this is only here. This variety, this saturation, the red flashes you're seeing, all of that. It's also not going to be $49. We'd rather have you get it before it's completely gone, because there's a lot of new shoppers that haven't had 6 years of it, like a lot of you have. And that's the key too. They got to get in extra fast, and it's not even $4,500 or $44.99, which puts that stone right now at $470 a carat. It's going lower. This is actually going to be, it's going to end up being one of our better per carat prices we've seen on a museum reserve, and that is significant because, like I said, we want it to go to you. And remember, there is obviously one. We can change the gold color. Do not worry a thing about that. It is fabulous. And you know what? Take it from the museums. Because if you really literally take something from a museum, you're probably going to lose your freedom, right? But here's the way you take from a museum. The key is do it now before they get it. And because it's on its way. We've been sending pieces out via literally personal human couriers. I mean, these are like getting on planes with human beings to make sure that their transport is done safely and securely, and they make it to their destination. That's how valuable these stones are. And yet it's not going to be 44, 43, 42. Again, it was already requested. I don't know who's going to get it, but it's open to the first caller that says yes. So don't sit back and wait too long, because it's not 42 or 41 or 4,099. It's going down to $39.99. Your stone, your ring overall is going to be, that comes down to $420 a carat. I am not afraid to tell you those prices per carat because I'm proud of it. Really, really ecstatic that we can bring you a value like that on something that valuable to the point where you can't even put a price on it because nobody else has it. Tanzanite of ordinary quality, sure. That's going for more, by the way. Regular old Tanzanite, I'm not talking about blue wing block Ds. I'm not talking about even block Ds. I'm talking about the material you find everywhere else right now that is block C, because you can't blame them. That's all that's coming out of the mine. It's all that's coming out of the ground and all that's coming out going forward, however long that may be. If we have 5 days, if we have 5 years, if we have 10 years. The experts all differ, and the truth is we won't know till we know. We won't know till it's happened. We won't know till it's mined out. But no matter what, whatever length of time we have with Tanzanites left, we know that there's only one block producing from here on out, and that's block C, and that just can't produce color the way block D did, and the way block D does, and the way we are bringing you this exclusive. Now you don't even have to pay more. That's the thing. Anywhere else you go in jewelry, you normally pay more for better quality. That's not the case here. You're paying less. You would literally, and you know this because you watch, and you know you've been to a jewelry store, you've watched the other networks, you know what's happening in Tanzanite, you know. It's out there. And the regular block C material is going for more than $420 a carat. This one with that price, $420 a carat. Free diamonds and free gold though. That's the other thing. It's not like we're giving you the loose stone and you got to go set it. It's for the piece, with the diamonds, with the gold, and all the labor that went into making it in the first place. And it's $39.99 to get your hands on it. And that's, of course, we ship it to you for free. So that's the other bonus, is that this is all coming to you, compliments of TVON. You just pay the $420 a carat, you get the free gold, free diamonds, you get the gold color change and all of that. You get to free shipping as well, money back guarantee. Hi, Elizabeth, good to see you with us. Elizabeth's a longtime shopper of the show. Hi, Elizabeth, nice to have you with us. And yes, you're right, Kirsten, it sure is. I think Lakers, she thinks LSU, same thing. Yep, Risa, hi. Thank you so much, Risa, I appreciate that. Good to have you with us. So here we go, 30, oh, and what did Diane say? Did she say that, oh good, I just saw Diane's message. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, that is so sweet. She did get it as a gift. That's wonderful. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you shopping with us, Diane. And Bertha, this was your request. It's available to the first caller, says yes. I don't know, about $420 a carat is not normal for our museum reserve. So thrilled to bring that to you, $39.99, white, yellow, or rose. All right, astoundingly, that's still here. It presents an interesting conundrum because I have a 450 or 952 sitting here for later. That's the cushion cut. It's a 952 with more diamonds. You know what? I'm no longer going to be able to sell that one because the 952 is way more money. So I would get the emerald cut. And the emerald cut, do you guys see that? That's actually an interesting side by side because this one's 952 and this one's 950. But because you get a longer length to the emerald cut, that's what gives you the bigger look. So it actually looks bigger than a 9.5. All right, so that one's here. Was that specific, Andy, or just she was looking for an emerald cut? Got it. So she wasn't looking for this exactly, but something, this is the closest we have. And I do apologize if you make a request and we don't have your very specific request. You got to understand, we've had these for every show for the last 6 years and 2 months. So it's been, 6 years and 2 months. And 3 days to be exact, that we brought blue wing block Ds. So if you make a request and you have a very specific size and cut you're looking for, we may not have it at this point because we are in the last tail end of them, truly. The last few, and that's why it's museum reserve is all I have left, because at this point, nothing else here. So take a look, that's it. So $39.99 if you'd like that one, let me know. Now we're gonna show you something else coming up. Of course, we are getting close to that moment that y'all are waiting for, which is the saddle ring. The biggest value, and it's funny, I was doing some up to the moment, up to date research on large gold bands. I couldn't even find a retailer that had a band this wide. This band, because who's doing that now with gold prices the way they are? And that whole saddle ring is 3/4 of an inch. It's actually a little bit more than 3/4 of an inch long. So don't worry, it's really comfortable. That's what even, you know, we're a female run company. It's pretty female centric around here. We're female run, led, designs, everything. I mean, there are no offense, but there are very few males that are here. Some operators here excluded, but this is a company where I love that and appreciate that, because if you're offering great jewelry, to have females that are designing and doing all the, again, the legwork to make sure that pieces, when they're produced, is not just, oh yeah, it looks great. It's about making sure it is comfortable. And I was talking to all of our female owners today, and it was just about, is that the most comfortable ring ever? We were just all marveling at it. I've sold rings like this many, many times over, but it really is. We were all just marveling. We all have different ring sizes and different tastes in jewelry, and yet it was just, we were all remarking on the comfort level. So it's coming up in 2 minutes. Just want to show you what we have though in our blue wings one more time before they go. So I'm really probably just going to ignore this one. I just was showing you the size comparison. That's a 952. So the 950 looks bigger. It just does, and I'm talking about looks bigger than 9.5. Why that's here, I don't know, but $39.99 brings it down to $420 a carat. So there's that value that you can compare it up against every other blue wing I've had, every other blue wing block D museum reserve I've had of late. That is the big value. So 2 minutes, I get you maybe for, let's just throw in this one last ring. I know this is that really, really unusual style we have here coming up. I want to show you this Windsor. It's a really cool emerald cut unheated Windsor. If you've never heard of these, it's also from Tanzania, so I thought it'd be a nice transition here. From Tanzanite, which bears the Tanzanian name, to a Windsor mine, which is also a mine in Tanzania. It's also, just like we had, Bolivia is the only producer of the bicolor citrine and amethyst quartz ring. Well, this is actually the only mine that's ever produced a split in colors in sapphire, and that is a sapphire 112-6619. It's our carat 15 emerald cut. It's unheated, untreated, and it's got distinctive greens and yellows and blues. It's almost like a tricolor, but it's split. So you see really virtually half of it is a teal and half of it is a blue. And you've got a very distinctive yellow tone coming through as well. And it's 48 points in diamonds to go with your carat 15 center. And it's in a really ornate mounting, kind of like, reminds me a little bit of the Mandarin we had earlier, but it's one of the fascinating stones. If you are a collector, especially of sapphires, you probably don't have one of these. Even the Windsor mines that I debuted a long time ago, when I debuted these, which was probably about 2 years ago or so, it was mostly, and it always is mostly, reds into purple blues. That's pretty much the color play you get, is a lot of really almost like a fuchsia colored sapphire into a blue purple. This is so unique because the greens themselves are so rare, and that green, golden, yellow, and then the blues together, wild, isn't it? Let's try it on. And then we got a big discount, so it may be new and fresh. And it may supposed to be $69.99, but we're going to do a lot better for you. And you can see even from afar, you really do see the colors and the mix and the play and the split and all of that. And yes, we are only now about 30 seconds away from our saddle ring. Very excited about it. It's the value of the, probably of the year. I mean, really, we've had diamond values already in this year that have been amazing, but this one takes it all. We're going to go ahead and show you what we can do on this one real quick because we've got just seconds left. I know you're all waiting on that saddle ring patiently. Let's do it for $1,900. You know what? Skip it. Not 19. Still got the big emerald cut Tanzanite. Shame on me for even, I don't know, discounting that the way I did. Here's what I'll do. Instead of 19, got to make a Windsor go, and would you like to be the winner of the Windsor? Because it feels like a winner already at under $2,000. These stones are rare. If you look them up, you're not going to find as many books talking about them because a lot of authors of books and major gemologists of the world don't even know about this material. That's how rare and exclusive it is. And there's mostly just blog entries. You'll find like forums where gem collectors get together and chat. That's usually the only mention that Windsors get. It's almost like urban urban myths, right? It's like that, does it really exist? A lot of gem collectors say exactly that. I've heard about it, but I've never seen one. Has anyone ever seen one in real life? So it was such a thrill when we were able to introduce these to you and bring them to you, and now it's here. So $19.99, actually let's make it better. How about $1,499, an extra $500 off? Just to make sure it goes really quickly. And then we get to our saddle ring that is long awaited. So we'll get to that coming up. And then don't forget, we have a lot more to show you. It's been a busy night and we're going to keep that going. But I know a lot of you are just waiting for this special because this is the ultimate. It's the ultimate. Now I know it's not for everybody because it's a big ring, but it is the ultimate in style, in gold weight, in diamonds, in quality, and the look is iconic. You'll never take it off. So this is the piece that I'm so proud to bring you tonight, because it's been a long time. I can't say it's brand new because that's not the truth. It's been here, but it was once and it was years ago. So let's show it to you tonight. 111. And please let me know who's got that wins it because I just took an extra $500 off that crazy low. So it's $14.99. You can have it any gold you want. So I think that it really does take the cake in rarity of sapphires. There's a lot of rare sapphire. Greens are rare. Blues are rare when they're that color blue. And yellows are rare. This is all three of those colors in one, split from one mine in the world, and it's all unheated. And there usually are emerald cuts because that is the best way to show off that split and that bicolor, or in this case, tricolor nature that it has. So let me know, $14.99, you can have any gold. That's great too. If you want to change it up to yellow, you may. If you want to change it to rose gold, you can do that too. Did everybody have a chance to call their diamond loving friends? The diamond divas of the world. Everybody ready? Because we have got the ultimate diamond value in a large ring. We did a band. What day was that? January, I want to say January 11th. Saturday, January 11th. Here we are on the 22nd. So 11 days ago, I had the utmost diamond value in a band ring. It was a one row band ring. This is still a little different. And whether you like is the Windsor gone? Thank you so much. Enjoy it. Thank you. Enjoy that piece. I keep admiring it and was just waiting to hear who I could congratulate on that one. So well done. Now here it is. This is the one we've been waiting for. Look how far, and that wide ring, this is a wide ring that just sold. But look how much larger this ring is and how much further I've got to zoom back just to show you the whole ring from top to bottom. And there it is. Oh my, this is an actual, now a lot of people thought when they first saw it that that was just one solid dome ring. It's not. Let me make sure we're all clear on this before I give you even the item number. This is like a fold over wraparound. It's almost like a bypass, but think about two wide, really wide jumbo cigar bands coming over another. Look at this. And there's detail. This is like if you've ever seen our saddle ring, which usually houses a center stone, like a Mandarin or a Tanzanite or a turmaline. This is that, but without the center stone. Usually there's a big oval right here. You know, we've all seen that before, and it's got like a carat or a carat of 7 in diamonds. You guys were the ones that said, is there any way you could do that in just solid diamonds? Make it the ultimate diamond collector's piece, and it took a minute. We did. It debuted, oh, it was a long time ago. It was a couple years ago. It debuted. I'm so glad to have you with us. We are at that halfway point of the show, and this is what was promised, that big, big value coming your way on the diamond saddle ring, the all diamond saddle ring, the one that has been a famous mounting that has been adored by so many because its incredible versatility, its comfort. While it's a big, wide piece of jewelry, it's got incredible comfort to it. We're thrilled to bring it to you, and it is a masterpiece in design, in quality. All those diamonds are perfect. They're VS. And let me tell you something, if you love sparkle, I'm obsessed with sparkle. Obsessed. It's one of the reasons I love being around jewelry. But it's not just jewelry related sparkle. Any sparkle I love. This is the ultimate because of all those diamonds. And let me tell you something that may not be obvious by talking about gold weight and diamond weight, because it's item number 111. Old item number. I'm going to use, I begged and pleaded to use the old item number from when it debuted so many years ago. Why? So we could actually not just keep the price of yesteryear, but actually bring it further down. Come on in early on the lines. And by the way, if you're not registered and you're kind of thinking maybe you're intrigued by it, you got to register now. Just do it, because you will never want, I don't know if we'll ever make it again, because here's the deal. It's item number 111336. If we do, when we do, let's just say if we make it again, the price tag is going to adhere to today's gold and diamond pricing and labor pricing, and that is going to put a monster masterpiece like that up in the stratosphere of price tags. I mean, we're talking about $11,000, $12,000 for that ring, which is a great value compared to retailers who charge $25,000 a carat on diamonds like this. That's a fact. That's the going rate on VS diamonds. It's a little different if you're shopping SI, or better yet, what you mostly see is I1s, I2s, I3s, but that's the key. $25,000 a carat just for kicks, and for just pure giggles, let's just calculate on the 242, not including gold. That's over $60,000. It's $60,500 at the going per carat rate on those VS diamonds. $60,500. What I'm going to do is vastly different. I even use the old item number from when it debuted so that we can go on old gold, old diamond pricing, old labor pricing, all of which have been skyrocketing in recent years and months, because the months that have gone by recently have seen even bigger increases and exponential jumps in prices. So now the question is this: who likes the ring? Nobody's on the phone lines because you're thinking, $60,000? Did she say $60,000? Thank you very much. I'll go buy a car. Thank you. A beautiful, lovely, nice luxury car. Here's what we're going to do instead. It's not what we do here. We offer VS diamonds at a better value than anybody else, and here's how we do it. I want to show you the inside, because you're probably all thinking that's a large ring, and it is. It's not going to be for everybody. That is almost complete gold finishing on the inside. The whole ring is slightly concave. So when you look at it from this angle, do you see how it's actually going up at the corners and then in, like dipping? Think like a spoon. That's concave. That's part of actually what makes it so comfortable. And then all this detail. Two different levels of diamonds. Do you see how some of it is elevated and recessed? So each row is set at different angles so that they're all just beautifully bright, glistening and catching the light at different lights. This is what it's all about. And you see the sparkle, it doesn't stop, and the different size diamonds used. This is why it's incredibly meticulous, labor intense to make. We have not even embarked on making it again and again, and you still get one of the greatest values that we're ever going to bring you. And that's because it's not $60,000. I know that's retail. You're not used to spending retail unless you just discovered us recently. We bring you better than wholesale, better than you could make it yourself pricing. That's how I like to do it. So instead of $60,000, we could come right on down and give you, can you imagine if you walked into your favorite store? I don't care if it's like a little mom and pop independent shop that you've been shopping for decades in your hometown, or if it's one of the big ones, think like Fifth Avenue, Rodeo. Can you imagine if you walked into a store, pick a favorite store, and they said, hi, welcome. Here's your glass of champagne. Can I get you anything to snack on? And we're going to give you 90% off your pick in the store today. Pick out an item, and we're going to give you 90% off. I'll take the 242 saddle ring. Thank you very much. Great. You get it for $6,050. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm not asking for $6,050. I am not. This is a better value, and let's try it on, because I know this is what you need to see, and it's great for ring fingers, yes, but middle fingers, index finger. If this ring is occupied, put it right there. Put it right here. Go right hand, like I was wearing it earlier, right hand ring finger. High style doesn't even begin to cover it. You see this little, maybe there's even a little nod to the V-Day coming up with the little cleft design here, almost like a la heart shape, top and bottom. You have that little cleft, that fold over design. It's not $6,000. It's not $5,000. It's not $4,000. And this is where I really need you to be on the phone lines early. When I tell you there aren't many, you realize this is not, Wednesdays are a little bit, again, we got the middle of the week here, and maybe some of you haven't been watching. So here's what we're going to do. We have to do more limited items on these weeknights here. Because again, once it gets to Friday and Saturday, Sunday mornings, oh my goodness, look out. There's too many people watching to have limited items. We end up disappointing more people than we make happy. That's not what we're going for. We're looking for happiness. Jewelry is about happiness and great value and feeling good about your shopping experience. Watch what we're going to do instead of $4,000. Instead of $4,050 or instead of $4,000, come on in because we only have a couple available. White, yellow, or rose. Great finishing. You talk about under galleries. This is more. It's practically solid through the inside. Do you think I should auction it? I can't do that. We got a couple available, right? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm just looking, this is my natural reaction when I'm stuck and I'm at the bottom price like $39.99 and there's nobody on the lines. Usually my normal reaction is just to auction it. I can't do that here because we've got a couple to go around. I've got white and yellow and rose. So the question is now, also I do need to mention, unless you wear the exact size we have made up right now, this one is something that, just full disclosure, because I never want you to be disappointed and I don't want you to be surprised. This is custom made. When you get your size, whether it's a half size, quarter size, 3/4 size, full size, whatever that size is, it cannot be sized. And that's also what I remind you. Don't just think I'm going to get a 7 and I'll have my jeweler size it up or down. Please don't do that, because this is so much workmanship. The way these are set, the detail in the bead set and the pave and the prong set that you have, it's all different setting styles within. It's not just the same. That can't be sized, because if you size it, you risk compromising the setting of the diamonds. So that's why you need us. It's so many times, it's really, people ask me all the time, why do you guys lose money by sizing? Why don't you just leave it up to the customer? Well, the truth is, we want you to have the luxury experience of value, but we also know that a lot of these pieces should not be sized by third parties, because otherwise that can really hurt your ring. It can kind of change and compromise the quality. So we like to do what we made. We like to ensure it's done right, so we size it for you. $39.99, no go. Let's make it better. First callers get it. Not even $3,500. We can make it $3,499. It's a returning favorite. It hasn't been here in years. For a lot of you viewing, it's going to be a first time seeing it. And yet it can't be $34.99, because I'm not here to just show you jewelry and say, well, I guess not. It ain't working. That's not what I do, because we need to make sure you're happy with the price. I know somebody out there loves the ring. So if you haven't called in, it just means one thing. I got to do better on the price for you until you are happy. That's how I work. That's why we do. I tell you all the time, that's why these shows are live. Yeah, it's fun to hear from you and interact and have you make requests and bring those out too. But it's really about, let's adapt. And if I need to make it lower than $34.99, I'm feeding off you guys. And so far, I've done this 24 years. That seems like a great value to me. Seems like one of those that would be a winner. But if you guys aren't on the line saying yes, then I need to do better for you so you can say yes. That's really how I run my shows. And it's not going to be $34.99. And it's not going to be $3,000, because I clearly need to go lower and go better. And this is a monster amount of gold. I can't give you a gram weight because I don't know what size you're getting yet. It's a different gram weight if you get a size 4 than if you get a size 10. They have different gram weights, but either way, you're talking about a tower. This is 3/4 of an inch. I'm going to break out the ruler. I do that for every earring and every pendant and every necklace I show you. I rarely do it on rings, but on this one, I think you need to know, and it's still tapered in the back. But look at how beautiful this is from one side to the other. It's basically, I mean, look at that. At the widest point, it's 7/8 of an inch in the length. But don't worry, this is, I said it, the female ownership who have worn this for years said it, this is one of the most comfortable rings we do. And I'm not kidding you on that. So do not, let's take that out. If that's at all a concern or a thought, take it out right now. It's not, it's absolutely one of the most comfortable rings you'll wear. It feels like a hug of solid gold on your finger. Whether you're wearing it here, whether you're wearing it here, I asked them to give me a 6, and I don't know if that's going to work on my middle finger, so I might have to just kind of hover it over the middle and the index to just show you what that would look like. But I love it there, and I love it there, and I think that it goes really well there too. So really any one of those 3 fingers as we show it again up close, but it will not be 34. How about we just take it below? This is what I'm not supposed to do. We'll go backwards from where it was years ago, when it debuted, by the way. How about $2,999? And who's got the first one? Gone. All right, you know what, Tim? If you'll keep them on the phone lines here, I'm actually going to go for the sellout. 2 are gone. I have both in white gold gone already. Thank you very much. Patricia taking one, Donna taking the other. That sounds good to me. Here's what I'm going to do. We have a couple left. I'm going to go lower on the price tag. This is why, that's what made it successful years ago when we debuted it, and that was at old gold pricing. A different era of gold pricing, a different era of diamond pricing, and yes, even labor was different because that's changed too. This is what I'm going to do instead of $29.99. Please don't wait. This is the one to get. If you want the bold statement of a lifetime, here it is. It's not going to be $29.99. You've got to call early. 2 already gone. What can I tell you? This is the moment. Oh, thank you, Kirsten, so much. You know what I'm going to do? Not even 29. Come on in. And I know that, Tim, they're going to be happy. They're going to be really thrilled with this because they are already, that was the first caller on the lines. We have 2 already spoken for. It's not 29 or 28 or 27. This is what's crazy. This is VS diamond material, all big, full cut, round brilliant stones, set perfectly in the design, and yet solid finishing. That's what, we just brought you a band the other day with a similar carat weight. But guess what? That didn't have nearly the gold, and gold is expensive. Now a third one is gone, we have one left. So it's probably gone before I can even get down to my lowest price, but I'll tell you what, just so that there's no question, this is the value of a lifetime in big, heavy, bold, gold styles, and now we can't get anyone through. So now it's a matter of, please don't hang up if you're waiting on hold. We have very few operators here tonight, so here's what I'll do. It's not 27, it's not 26. I will make you the deal of a lifetime. This is truly, if you are a diamond lover, if you love bold, if you love heavy, if you miss that now, because everywhere you shop, you're going, where is the gold? Gold, when it's $3,000 an ounce, can't be $26.99 for plain gold bands. True story. How many times do I quote you? One of my favorite jewelers in the world. I love to get my bearings, and kind of my barometer test on gold is check out the 2mm men's wedding band. Go to a jewelry store and ask them what they're, call up a jewelry store tomorrow and say, what's your 2mm men's wedding band in 14K going for? Right now they're $4,000 and $5,000. $4,000 and $5,000 depending on where you are. $4,000 and $5,000 for a men's wedding band 2mm. This is almost an inch long. That's a lot of gold, and it's not $26.99 either. I'll tell you, they're going to be so gone so fast, and what can I do? Except we're going to say sold out. We're going to congratulate you if you are one of the lucky ones. It's not going to be 26 or $25.99. Here's your value. They're almost sold out. White, yellow, or rose. Go true to size on it. Remember, it is made in your size. So what I was telling you earlier was it takes a little extra time. It can't necessarily go out tomorrow unless your size and gold color is already here, because it has to be made to your size. This is custom. When was the last time you ever had a piece of jewelry completely custom made for you? This is custom made for you. You're going to choose your ring size. Remember, quarter, half, 3/4 sizes or full sizes, whatever you need, and then your gold color. You choose that combination. It is made for you. So again, give us a little extra time. This isn't the kind of thing that we just pump out of machines where it's mass produced in an assembly line. It's not. And it's not $25.99 either. Better value. This is the, and by the way, who's already got one? Andy confirmed, yes, you've got one, Jess? All right. So Tim, Jason, you've got one too? All right. Here's, you have two. Gotcha. One customer getting two or two different customers? Wow, one in each color gold. I love it. Here's what I'm going to do instead. Yeah, I better save them some money then, because they're getting all the colors of gold. It's not going to be 20, that just cut into our rose gold, by the way, not even $25.99. I'll blow it out. This is the one to get, $2,499. It's basically commercial grade diamond price, but for VS diamonds in a whole lot of gold. And that is $24.99 with like an hour left to go in the show. And some pieces still here from earlier, like the Tanzanite 9.5 carat. That's a good one. Make sure you're on the phone lines now to get this one, because there's no tomorrow on this ring. And that is now better, by the way. When I introduced this years, what was it, 4 years ago? It was $29.99 back then. Back then. Now you've got it for $24.99 with all that extra. Think of what gold's done. And it's not like gold's gone up a couple dollars in these last several years. It's gone up leaps and bounds. So have diamonds. So has labor. All of which this ring has in spades, right? It's got a, I'm not going to say excessive, because I believe that is absolutely not even possible. I don't think you can have too many diamonds or too much gold. I am not, that is not the way I think. But let me show you again. This is that beautiful concave design. Here's the finishing on the inside. It looks really good in the yellow gold too. It's just a very different look. $24.99 only. All right, Andy, you're getting one. And Jess, you've got one too? Okay, so we have one left and we got to give it 60 seconds. I'm sorry that it's limited as it is. That is why it's here tonight and not over the weekend. That's as simple as I can make it. And this is what it looks like on the hand. My goodness, look at that. Very, very special. And just the glitter factor, I mean, it almost looks as if you took molten wet gold and just rolled it in diamonds. But that would be easier. That would be easier, wouldn't take as much labor. These are all hand set individually, where I'm also thinking about the time-old tradition of hand setting diamonds in pave and what people charge to do that. What was we used to quote something back in the day, Tony, remember this, like 20 years ago? When I started 24 years ago, we usually quoted like $100 for each diamond to be set in pave. That was back then. And I don't even have a count on how many diamonds are in this ring, and I wish I did, because that would be a fun calculation to do. And we are backed up on the line, so please bear with us here. Right hand ring. I'm telling you, if you've wanted that perfect like diva ring on the index finger, where it's just that bold, beautiful, all the way, again, diamonds go side to side. So even from the sides, it looks incredible. Make sure you pick this one up. And remember, if you're at all on the fence because you're worried it's too large, I think that's what only thing I can anticipate is being kind of if you're not sure, if you're sitting on that fence, not sure, I think that would be probably the question is, I don't usually wear rings that bold. Well, very few of us do. That's about as bold as they get. So if that's the question, remember, you do have a money back guarantee. I've never known one of these to come back. Very few of our diamond pieces do in general, whether it's a band, whether it's a stud, whether it's a bracelet, like the tennis bracelet styles, the tennis necklaces. We still are backed up on the lines. We're trying to get new registers in and registered. We've had a lot of those tonight, obviously. And remember, if you are brand new, you get a little extra bonus that you can put towards the ring if you'd like to. So as a special welcome gift. So $24.99, white, yellow, rose, and I wish I had the yellow here. It's very, I think probably you've seen the saddle ring as a mounting where there's a center stone where it's been in the yellow gold. Hopefully you can visualize it. Obviously it's going to show you more of the gold through it, but still really, again, those stones are set, and again, it's different sizes. It'd be easier if it was all one size of round brilliant. It's not. It would be easier if they were all set on one level pave. It's not. Do you see here? It's actually recessed and higher levels. They're elevated and recessed, row by row. So this is, and then you see that fold over design. And I love that mirror finishing on the edge right there down the middle, because then it's reflecting the diamonds as well. And then you see this side this is the side that kind of comes up and over. So you can be mindful of that when you do put it on, how you orient it on the hand, just because one side does overlap over the other, as you see here. This side comes overlap over the other. So it does have that little cleft. This is not a straight across dome. It's not a straight across band. Usually that's what makes this different and separates from the other ones out there, is usually it's just and there's nothing wrong with those, they're classic, but it's usually just a pretty traditional dome where it's like one dome of pave in the same level of diamonds, all pave, or it's one flat band where there's really no dimension or height to it. And then who was shopping over there with you? Hi, Patricia in Florida. Thank you so much. And who else? Tim, you've got several people on the lines here. Who else shopping over there? Cheryl and Shirley. Thank you so much. Who else? Thank you very, very much. All right. Well, you've got another one, Jess, too? Hi, Mary. Thank you so much. $24.99. We're going to give it a final 60 seconds. Top of the hour is coming up. Again, Pam, if you're out there and looking for a turmaline, if you made a request for a blue-green teal turmaline, Pam, I have one for you. We still have emerald to show you as well. We have the emerald cut Tanzanite is still here at $4.20 a carat on a museum reserve. And if you like individual diamonds that are bigger, we have a 50-point oval in a bridge tonight. Stick around, that's coming up too. Let me show you the difference. And you know this bridge is big, but this also, it's all about perspective. Look, you could stack probably 3 or 4 of these bridge mountings that we do all the time. That's a big bridge, but you could probably stack 4 of them to have the height of this nearly 1 inch, what is called the saddle ring. All right, so that's coming up if you want to go a larger 50-point oval in the middle. And then we have a big yellow diamond tonight. 101 coming up, and it's a yellow diamond with a lot going on the sides. And you know what its best part is? It's just mostly about the yellow center, just a halo on the outside. That looks like the 3-carat cushion that's in stock, doesn't it? Which, by the way, we have a couple 3-carat yellow diamonds if you want to see them. We have a heart shape, we have a cushion cut 3-carat, so some 3 carats that are also really big values in discounts. Also have a museum kunzite, a museum zircon, a major golden zircon, blue zircon. What color zircon would you like to have? Here's the big kunzite. This is a new markdown. Let's take a look at this very quickly. And last call, saddle ring, 1 left. Actually, may not be because we have a call being picked up right now as I speak. So here is, well, the scrumptious. Oh, look at that, overly orchid. That one is just, this is why I love an emerald cut. That's basically that. What you see right there, 1125563. A 1 only kunzite, that's 20.35. 20 carats 35 in a gorgeous orchid color emerald cut. All the neons, 80 points in diamonds. It's radiating such a bright neon. It's almost making the diamonds on the sides look like they're purple diamonds. Anyone else noticing that, especially on the left side there, right there? You see that? The color of the stone is extending beyond the stone. It's reflecting light like there's purple. Anyway, it's cool. It's 20 karat 35. It's 80 points in diamonds. We have one. Oh, and there's your blues. There are those really bright ultraviolet blues coming through, and ultra purples, and bright neon orchids. And oh yeah, is it supposed to be pink? Oh, there's that. Pink too, because kunzite's typically just pink. Nothing wrong with that, but it's so light, you can barely tell. This one is that really bold. It's the absolute utmost of quality, and it's 20 carats, 35, 80 points in diamonds. New mark down on the $79.99 kunzite, one only. Split shank on the sides, leading into that basket. Here's what it looks like on the hand. That's pretty. Isn't it something? And just the way, you know, it's good when it's a split shank because it's got to support it. That's why they do that. One little basic band is going to be a little too light a look and a literal too light to support a size this big. So they do the split shank to kind of anchor it, give it a little more foundation to the band. Not 79. I hope somebody's on the lines ready for this one because that is a monster stone. And I know, again, it's a bigger piece. It's a luxe look. It's a great designer style, and it's going to be going. I'll just blow it out. It may already be spoken for and gone. This one is going to be $26.99. And that one's gone. Let's get to our fire opal too. We've got a really cool fire opal. It's a round. There's the fire opal. There's the round with the yellow. Now, do you see what we did here? Massive yellow diamonds beside it. That's pretty important. Those diamonds could have been earrings. Yes. Hi, Eileen. Welcome to our show. Did she get a saddle ring? Fantastic. Now that's see that Eileen's a gal after my own heart right there. That's a good way to start. That's a really good way to start your collection. Diamonds on a lot of them. Well done. Well, that is going to shine in that Arizona sunlight like no other ring. Thank you, Eileen, and welcome to our show. Here we go with the fire opal. That's 1120935. It's gotta go. And then we have the white diamond ring for our top of the hour. And then any requests you have, please get those in for us so we can go work on whatever you're looking for. If there's something in particular or just kind of a vague request, it's fine. We can work on it for you. But this is a 509. It's gonna be, the yellow diamonds are 70 points in your pear shapes. So 35 points each there. And then the white diamonds the rest of the way. It creates this octagonal shape around the round. And that's why the pear shapes are a nice little break on the sides. And we will make sure it goes right now. First caller can get it. That one's going to be, I don't even like $29.99 anymore. I think we can just do a little extra bonus for what's about to be our last hour of our Wednesday. And we're still awaiting those requests. So get those in. We'll be happy to help you out with those. But also, it's not $29, $28, $27.99. We'll make it $2,699. And just an update, that 9 carat 50 Museum Reserve Emerald cut right there, that is still here. And that was $420 a carat. On a Museum Reserve, almost 10 carats. So that has not been happening on that size stone, and that is what it looks like. So make sure you grab that because that was down to $39.99 for that 9.5 carat. And it came out for the requester. I'm pretty sure the requester is going to bow down on that, or bow out rather. Bow down. That's what you're going to do when you get it. Is bow down. Like, oh my goodness, that TVON, they've done it again. But they pretty much are, I think they're out. So if you'd like to get that 9.5 carat, you may. Also, if we have any other diamond lovers out there, there is a diamond ring that's got princess cuts too. And that's in platinum. It's kind of a mix of platinum and princess cut. And something from my Rodocrosite gals. This is a very unusual stone, collectible as can be, rare in one source, and here it is out of that Sweet Home Mine in Colorado. And this is just really fun because there's multiple ways to wear it, but typically it's going to be a north to south setting. It's item number 112-7265. Check this one out. That is Rodocrosite, and it's going to have that Sweet Home variety, of course, and it's going to be that one mine we love. And yet you've got this really elongated cushion cut, but it's in this great marquise of shape. So let me show you how it's going to look on the hand here, and then it's going to be our platinum setting. I like that upgrade. And remember, it's a pendant. So this is how you want to wear a Rodocrosite most of the time. It is a softer stone. It's a stone that a lot of people are going to be really apprehensive to wear in a ring because, you know, and it is a softer stone. It could be, you know, one little knock against, you know, inadvertently if you, knock it against the edge of a desk or on the steering wheel when you're going to go out and, get in the car. It can be something that is a little more susceptible. So what we're doing here is the pendant, you never have to worry about it. And that is one stunning stone. And welcome to the show. It's our top of the hour. It's a 53-point cushion cut Rodocrosite with 6 points in diamonds, but let me most importantly show you on the hand here because this is what it's going to look like. It's really, again, very elegant, but there's something of an edge to it, the way you have this spike design top and bottom, showing off the brightness and the neon. It's not overwhelming, so this isn't a piece you're waiting for a special occasion to wear. And this is the length. It's going to be about 5/8 of an inch top to bottom in the platinum, stays in the platinum. $49.99 should be, but you got, I think it's all really coming out to really show that that stone doesn't need to be huge to be really bright, because that stone is delivering a very powerful color and neon and glow. And that's why we love a good gem quality Rodocrosite. It is our top of the hour. I'm going to show this against the neckline. You kind of caught us here at the top of the hour, just transitioning between our pieces here, but that is a really cool look, isn't it? So it has almost like what you would get from a Mahenge or from a hot pink sapphire, but mark my words, it is far more rare than any of those pieces will be. So that's really crucial here. And I was just looking, I don't think you can probably, I was thinking you could go east-west, but do you see how each bale is a little bit different in size? So you would have to have a very narrow chain if you want to wear it like this. I was just examining that thinking, no, I think most chains are going to just make it north to south like you saw it on my hand. So just something to keep in mind there. And that one's going to be, okay, let's just blow it out. This is like what we've been doing on conch pearls lately. We've been taking some of the rarest stones in the world, making them affordable, really sending them out with ease. And this one's going to be under $2,000, $19.99 on the Sweet Home Rodocrosite, that pinky red glow that we love to see, and yet so rare because most of the time they're completely opaque. They look like little dusty pink rocks. I've seen more of it in rough material than I've seen in facet material because facet grade has to be a really good quality to actually be able to facet it. If a stone is really included, you can't always facet it. So to have one that was, and then the turnout is just so bright and gleaming and glowing like this is, that's why, you know what, skip it. It's the top of the hour. It's not our official top of the hour, but it's here at the top of the hour, so we'll take the price down. We'll make it even less than $19.99. It's going to be even less than $18.88 or $17.77. Here's the way to get Rodocrosite, and one of the most affordable I've had. And let's keep in mind that this normally, when it is facet grade, when it is a top quality, it's usually teeny, teeny, tiny. They can be 10 points inexpensive. They can be 5 points inexpensive. When they're in gem quality grade, they are pricey. This one is not. It's not going to be 17. Or let's just take it all the way down, $16.99. First caller on that one for our platinum Rodocrosite. And then we're going to need to hear from you here in the next couple of minutes because we got 57 minutes left to go, and we've got a yellow diamond deal, and I mean deal. And then we also have some Tanzanite, and we'd love your requests because we have plenty of time for those too. Those are always, the requests take precedence. So make sure you let us know what it is you're looking for at all, and we'll bring it about. Bring it out and show it to you, and most importantly, give you a big discount. And speaking of bright, hot, pinky reds, let's show you this. We had a couple of really fabulous aquamarine earrings earlier tonight. Remember, we had a hoop and we had a stud. This is even more exotic, and it's got that pinky red. It's not Rodocrosite, but if it was, don't you think it's a similar look? They really, if you get top quality Rodocrosite, it can look a lot like top quality Mahenge, spinel, and that's what you have here in a match, in an earring. North to south is how they'll sit because the post is at one end. I'm just showing you as close up as we can get because I want you to see the goods, which is the Mahenge in the middle, the pink diamonds that are natural surrounding it, and then all the white diamonds that create this scalloped floral effect. And that is going to be item number 11222514. And I have people ask me a lot of questions when, people we meet out and about, and people have been watching for years, and jewelry lovers are pretty much who watch the show, so naturally get a lot of questions about jewelry. Some about fashion, some about you know, TV and you know, that kind of thing. But it's mostly about, tell me something, what's the exotic stones? What they really like? What are the stones that always go, and what are the stones that are a little tougher? And I think that Mahenge has this status about it where it's really, really rare. Not everybody's familiar with this word Mahenge, which is the origin and the name of the mine where it was found. It is out of Tanzania. It's not all that far away from where our favorite Tanzanite comes from, but the thing is this, it's a spinel unlike any other, and spinels have their own value. Spinels are really, really rare. Usually they're out of Burma. Good stones, purples and blues usually come out of Burma. We're talking about a rare find that was discovered in 2007. 2007. And you might be thinking, well, okay, so we're talking about a few. Most gemstones have been around far longer than you and I can even go back on a family tree. And yet this one was discovered within our lifetime and right afterwards gone, done. It was a matter of months until everything was gone and everything that was mined was faceted. Every bit of rough was done. And now we're bringing you 38 points total. It's the centerpiece of an earring that is just ridiculously pretty, just girly and feminine, but luxury. Like it's got that high-end floral. I always say florals have two categories. There's like the really juvenile, young, girly florals, and there's nothing wrong with that, but they look almost like something maybe your granddaughter would wear. And then there's the real updated luxury couture florals. I don't know if there's any shadow of a doubt here which one of the two this one falls into. It's definitely that, I think, the latter category here. 10 points in pinks, 41 points in white diamonds as well. So you've dressed it up. You've taken a rare stone and we've done what they deserve, which is give them really good diamonds, pink and white together. What if we just go ahead and send them on out of here? I don't know if $39.99 is going to do it. As great a value as that is, we want to make sure they are a luxury price tag. And that doesn't mean what you think it means. Luxury sounds expensive. I mean the luxury of getting unaffordable pieces on a budget. I mean the luxury of getting you something no one else has. I mean the luxury of having it shipped directly to your doorstep where you don't even have to get in the car or find a parking spot. You just sit back and relax and let the jewelry come to you. To me, that's luxury. That's luxury. I could go buy my own groceries, but it's much more luxurious to spend my time doing something, maybe, I don't know, something that isn't as tedious and have it delivered. Pay more, yeah, but that's normally what you do for luxury. Here, you pay less. Less. And look at that. That's going to be just about, we're talking about 3/8 of an inch top to bottom. The glow on these stones, amazing. Post and butterfly backs. I'll hold one up to the ear. They're going to be north to south. I think we're going to auction them 0 to start, $100 increments. Go ahead. Whatever you want to do. It's the one way to just about ensure and guarantee that they get a home and go out the door is to say, you price them. And not start at $2,000 or $3,000 or $4,000, just start at 0. And give them away that's a much easier way to do it, I think, for everybody at home. And that's what they look like from a distance. And with all your pinks, with all your reds, think about everything this is going to go with. And maybe that is your new signature style. And we'll give it 60 seconds to get it started because we have no reserve. And so when they go, they go. Let's go back to the wheel and we'll show them again up close. And it's a 0 to start, top of the hour auction. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. We had some really fun aqua earrings earlier tonight. That was a lot of fun. I just also note the big diamonds here. There are big diamonds in the center of those petals. If you look all the way around, it's not just like we use little itty bitty tiny diamonds. That's a $4,000 earring, and that's on a good day, like today. 12225 today. Today is a $4,000 earring. We have 100 over here. Thank you. 100's the one to beat. And Tim, who do you have there at $100? Viola? Okay. Thank you so much. We got $100. Uh-oh, kind of what I thought. Well, the good news is they get to go. We have the open, it's official, they will go. But it's not too late to jump in. Uh-oh, what's happened? What happened what happened to my audience? Where'd y'all go? We had 2 days away. You were here with me on Sunday. Where's everybody? I don't know, but we have 200 different customers because you knew I was going to ask 300 over here. We have 200 and now 300. So 2 bidders going back and forth. Take a look. Mahenge's up for grabs. Pink diamonds up for grabs. $400 has been bid. We're looking for 4. We're now looking for 5. We got 4 over here with Tim's caller. We're looking for $500 or more. I don't see a lot of activity, so this is going to be a big bonus. $600. $600. $600. Oh no, it's a $4,000 earring. We haven't cracked $1,000 yet. Not good, not good at all. I won't end the auction till everyone gets through. But I think Tim's out. You're out? Uh-oh. Okay. Well, we are down to one bidder. Oh, I need to start putting reserves on these auctions. I need to start putting reserves on these auctions. There's no question. But for now, there's no reserve. They're going to go out at apparently $600. Apparently. Now, it's not too late to bid because I think a lot of people are just going, uh-oh. This is not a value I want to miss out on because I'm never going to see a Mahenge value like this again. And then the pink diamonds and the white diamonds you get together with it, this is not a time to wait. We're going to give it 2 minutes because in 2 minutes, it's over. It's over. They will sell. We're at, I don't even want to say it. You see it. That's just $600 is the bid. Looking for $700 or more. Power bids are welcome. We have 2 final minutes left on the auction. And you are more than welcome. No, you are really probably, I think, encouraged. Yes, I would encourage you to dial in. If you're a collector, if you're a reseller, if you're a jewelry manufacturer or maker, that's what, but for those of us, what about the pretty, the gals out there that just like pretty jewelry? We just like really pretty pieces and really unique stones, and we want really gorgeous pieces to wear every day. That's not an earring you have to save. That could be worn every single day. We have 90 seconds, not even. 85 seconds remaining to just make the phone call. Don't wait till the clock hits 0. There's a delay. It's slight, but it's still a delay with the broadcast and when you dial in. So you can't wait till the clock hits 0. I'm speaking to our new registers here. You don't wait till the clock hits 0 and then start dialing, because by then it's far too late. You'll end up calling in on the item that comes up 2 items from now. So this is when you actually go get to the phones and be in before the minute now expires. So you are eligible to bid because, my goodness, you're seeing one of the biggest values we've ever had, and it's at $600 and they're going to sell. There's no, I can't say, oops, we're under cost. I'm sorry, I can't sell them to you. That's just, again, that's all about what this whole night is about, is that tonight is a night where a little miracle is happening. And it's a really, really good value that should never happen. I couldn't make those or create those or do anything like that for $600. We all know that. So here we are at 630 seconds now, and it looks like they might be going at 6, or do we have 7? Verifying. We will find out. And if you like jewelry and pricing madness, we've got 47.5 minutes more to do it tonight. So I would stay with us and see what else is going to happen, because at this point, I think this is this is definitely an indication of we're going to have to, some wild things are going to happen if we're going to move jewelry for the next 45 minutes or so. And so let's see, 600, do we have 7? How we doing, operators? I know it's a small phone bank, so let me see if I can get, I know they're busy taking requests. We got some pieces from earlier going out the door here, over here as well. I think maybe our last saddle ring. By the way, if you just tuned in, you need to see the saddle ring. Do we have 700? 700, yes or no? Once, twice, 3 times, you got it? Sold, congratulations, that is gone. Well, I said I would get to my diamond bridge. So I will. Did this really just happen, though? Are you sure nobody said $3,000? Because that is a really good earring. Okay, aside they go, and let's show you this. Wow. Now, we were really close to these stud earrings we just had, and now look. We're still really close, and I'm really having a hard time finding a flaw in that diamond, and that's a 1/2 carat oval. So that's a very important stone there, and this one is item number 112-4629. Welcome into Wednesday night. What's left of it? We only have about 45 minutes. So need your requests. Call us and ask about anything you saw earlier. Again, we've got a lot of pieces gone. We got a couple pieces left, though, from the first couple hours. So feel free to call us and ask about your favorite piece, or just tell us what you'd like to see with the duration of the show. This is the 50-point center oval. What do ovals do? They look even bigger than what they weigh. So that's good. And it's like, it's like what happens to people on TV, right? And it's always, right? That's 82 points in the bridge as well. So this is a good thing, because some Round diamonds, like for example, rounds are really known for looking sometimes smaller than they weigh. And then you've got cushions. They can do the same thing because they're square and they don't look as big. Ovals, they look big. And so you kind of get the 1 carat look, not to mention the halo right around it makes it look even bigger. Because if you were to look at the overall millimeter size, side to side, top to bottom, you'd be looking at, if the whole thing was a diamond, one single diamond, it would be somewhere in that 4 carat range. So you're getting a really big look, and it's tough with the halo to really tell how big is the diamond. What we see is the sparkle and the brilliance of a white diamond. What we see is the sparkle of a VS high clarity stone. Even though it's half carat, it's still a VS. We rarely do white diamonds. The irony is I had one on Sunday. It was a great value, but it was $4,500, so not everybody could jump in. Let me try to take this $59.99 ring, and here it is, by the way. There it is, there's the ring, there's the price. It is supposed to be $59.99 tonight. What we're gonna do instead, because we're running out of time, and obviously we've had to tweak a lot of prices tonight to get you happy. So I'll continue to do that on some of your favorite pieces to shop for, but this is not going to be $59.99. It's lower, it's better, it's going to go. And that's because I'm just gonna give you a heck of a price tag. And overall, of course, you're getting this sensational overall carat weight that we happen to love, which happens to be a carat 32, so we're just shy of a carat and a third, and it's in the bridge, which is stacked up like it's 4 rings in one, and this is going on the hand, because none of it matters unless you're gonna put it on your hot little hand and enjoy the look, enjoy the feel. That's what you have here. Beautiful bridge, and that's where you can really tell that's a big ring. And it's stacked up like it's got ring guards built in, like it's got the big halo and the big wide pave band already. It's just everything. This could be it could certainly be an engagement style. Could certainly be a wedding set upgrade where you don't need to stack another ring next to it because you already got the look of stacked. It could be the right hand ring because you love diamonds and you know you want to have great diamonds. If we've introduced you to a new world of diamonds like VS and you're going, yeah, I wish I could just change out all my jewelry pieces. Well, maybe I can make this affordable enough where today's the day upgrade, if that's what you're looking to do. Or if you're just starting out with diamonds and you don't want to go faux because that's all that's out there anymore, it seems, is lab grown faux. For sure, it's not going to be easy to find natural diamonds any further. That's what I'm already struggling with, is that it's hard to even guide you as to comparison pricing because so many places that used to even have natural diamonds don't anymore. So what are you gonna do? And you can't rightfully compare natural diamonds that are VS quality like this to a faux diamond, a man-made simulant or synthetic. Again, if it's a lab-grown diamond, it's got the same properties, so it's actually a synthetic. So simulants are CZs, synthetics are lab-grown diamonds that share the same property. They're not the same thing. And you know what's funny and ironic about this is we can take the real deal best of the best here, like our VS stones, and we can price them better, lower than you pay for lab grown. That's the truth. Scout them out. And I know lab growns have, they've been fluctuating in price. They went sky high, and then now you're getting a little more frequency in how they're built and how they're made. So now we're seeing them more often. But technology is changing rapidly. They weren't able to produce them in at the prolific rate that they are now. So it's changing a little bit, and it will forever change probably. But the point is that you don't need to go get a synthetic stone if you can find the real deal that's priced right. And this one is priced so right, and it's not $59, $49, $39, or $29.99. And that's a lot of ring with a lot of gold, and it's your choice of gold color, white, yellow, or rose, whatever you'd like to do there. But it's also better than even $29.99. And if I really dare to just go all out, it's even better than $1,999. And that is not a typical price. We're gonna make this easier. Come on in, don't be shy about being on those phone lines early, because a lot of times that's what makes the difference between winning the item, meaning you win. Because if you score these deals, you're winning in every way possible. And sometimes not, because obviously we don't have hundreds of quantity on everything like some of the places you do shop typically. This is limited, this is specialty, this is really rare, and this is why the values go. It's not $19.99, $18.88. I'll keep on going. I want to make sure that we can thrill you with these values tonight no matter what, and it's not going to be $17.77. I'm struggling right now because that stone, because I'm in the wholesale world all the time. That downtown LA wholesale district we have, that's the second largest in the country. And that's where you can find a plethora of white diamonds in wholesale of all different shapes, sizes, varieties, cuts, everything. You can find whatever you need. But what you can't find is the price tag. That's the difference. We are literally and truly better than wholesale. We are better than wholesale. I can prove it to you day in and day out. Meet me downtown. We can look at the wholesale dealers that I know, dealers I've been working with for 20 plus years, dealers that give a deal because we're all in the business and we're all resellers together. That's the point. It's not open to the public. You can't walk in as a public, figure and just go, not a public figure, like a private citizen who's not in the business and go walk in and get a wholesale price. Wholesale prices are for dealers. But we can beat that. And you sit at home and turn your TV and have it delivered to you. So it's even better. And this one going even lower. It's not going to be 17. Or I keep looking up at that ring going, that price shouldn't even start with a 1. It should be, unless it's a 10,777. It's just shocking what we're doing here, and it's not going to be 17 or $1,699 or even, wow, even $1,599. Well, here's the deal of the night, and I knew the saddle ring was good. This one, it's going really wild. This is not even $1,599. Let's move out. Some really good diamonds. It's been a theme in the last week or two. Really good diamonds, really amazing pricing. And this one, no exception, $1,499 only. That's it. We've got one. And then we have Rebecca's request coming up, and it's lovely. But you'll have to check. Was this at a lower price than this? Or can we just reference that real quick? Because I feel like maybe I saw this at a lower price. Just check for me. Like maybe it was part of a wheel or something. I don't know. $14.99? Let's double check before we show, because Rebecca, we may need to consult you on this. Thank you.
And Marcy took a Rodocrosite pendant.
Oh, okay, good. Thank you, Marcy. I didn't know she was with us tonight. Thank you. I just found out you were shopping. So thank you, Marcy, so much, and enjoy. Let's see if Tim's got the diamond ring, yay or nay, and then we will talk about Rebecca's request, which is the prettiest. It's like a bow, but it's a little more modern than a typical bow. So we'll show that to you. Also have, oh, and Pam again, one last call, Pam, tourmaline request. I've got one for you, Pam. It's a blue-green tourmaline in a fancy cut. I will continue to show you the emerald cut Tanzanite as well. We had the 9.5 carats, somehow it's still here. And there is a yellow diamond still to come in this show tonight. So who's getting the white diamond? I know we've got a couple of people verifying. This is the, if you're looking to go the exotic route, if you want to go with a yellow diamond, we have that beautiful, brilliant cushion cut. That is very nice. And it's an elongated cushion, unlike most, which are squares. This is going to give you more of that big face to it. And so again, last call on the diamond in the bridge. That is you know what, one thing is true, is when you get into bigger diamonds, sometimes they start to have a little visible body color to them. That's not the case here. Tim, yes. Oh, she did. Did you want to see it? She did. Oh, good. Okay, Pam. All right, Pam, thank you. I'm so glad you are here. This is the one we have for you to look at. I feel like it needs sound effects to go with it. It's so cool. All right, $14.99. Diamond ring is still here, I think, at the bridge. Then we have a very special 112. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that sounds nice. Tony, is that easy enough for you? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. We've got the rare of item numbers here. Pam, this is for you. This is one that I'm not sure if it was this specific request, and I know it needs some little steam cleaning here, but this is one of those that is fancy cut in every way. We're going to just show you 1093. We're going to call it teal because it definitely has elements of blue and it definitely has elements of green, but what's interesting is it kind of does this natural ombre of green to blue. Thank you so much. And here we go. Do you see how right now the top portions look more blue and the bottom portions look more like emerald greens? It kind of goes from peacock blues to teals, and then it has all this extra radiant faceting to it all over the place. It's actually platinum, actually. So I was going to say white gold. It's platinum. 656. So I have a different, that's what I'm showing. 112, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know, guys. Andy, do you want to double check this item number? Because it's coming up on the graphics very different than it's coming up on the back. But it is 112, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to start over tone. It is platinum. It's a 656. And it also has only baguettes at 65 points. So not sure if we have two pieces under one item number. I hope not. But here we go. This one's the 6, yeah, 656 and 65. And it's all baguettes. And there they are. Some are set north to south, some are set east to west. Then they have these platinum bookends between them. And it stays as is in platinum. And this one, there's your reference point to that in the back. Here you got your hallmarks in the back. And here's the bag if you need it. There's the bag, and then I want to show you on the hand. Look at that cutting. So what they actually, I want to show you here too. Look at that. See, instead of the table, we've been seeing this tonight many times. You've got elongated bar facets across the top. They go east to west. Here it is on the hand. It's a wild ring. That's where you can really see it in action. See it move, see the facets, see the color play. That one's going to be, okay, one caller gets it. It's supposed to be $49.99 for all the item number confusion. Let me make it even better. $1,999. And it's a one only. And then, Rebecca, we are ready for your request now. I just had a different price than I thought you might be looking for. So I'm glad I asked because it's much better for you. So, Rebecca, I just wanted to make sure we got you a price discount on this one. So 112-6794 will be next. And then, Pam, this is definitely a blue-green. I wouldn't call it Indicolite because it has to be really a true blue all the way through. This has Indicolite blues. It's just not the whole stone. It goes from blues to greens and kind of into a green golden mint tone as well. It's got quite the facet pattern, doesn't it? Facets internally that are cool, facets externally that are very special. Okay, now for our emerald bow that's coming up. This is like a little different take on a bow. I like that it's more modern. It doesn't feel, yeah, it's very sophisticated, isn't it? It's still definitely, oh my goodness, the workmanship here. It's all the stones are channel set, all the diamonds, all the emeralds. This is something very special. The item number is 112-6794. It is an 18 karat yellow gold. And that's a sizable ring. Look how big the band is with that ribbed effect that you see there. There's some ribbing texture to the band itself, which is really nice. And that's going to happen on each side, of course. It's going to carry on through. Look at the dimension of the bow itself, which is nice. And that kind of has this ruffled effect. See how it's on different planes, highs and lows. You've got your double channel of the emerald round brilliance. You have your many channels of diamonds here. And that's going to be total weight, 29 points in the emerald. They are Colombian. And then you've got the 62 points in the diamonds. And that one is down, because they handed it to me and it was $29.99. I was hoping we could discount it for you, Rebecca. We did. It's $9.99 first caller. There is only one, and I will try it on for you. And then that blue-green tourmaline we just had is still available. And then we will bring the yellow diamond out for a full presentation. We've had a couple looks at it here and there, but I want to try this on because you can see the whole design is intended to be a little bit at an angle. So you see the band actually goes straight across, but then the bow intentionally sets at that angle like that. So that's a really nice detail because it's kind of how when you tie a ribbon or tie a bow on a package or whatever it may be, it usually does have that little bit of that kind of tilt or slant or diagonal to it. But $9.99 for 18 karat yellow gold. And then the most precious, round, brilliant emeralds and diamonds all together. That one's just beautiful, isn't it? So $9.99 on that one. We'll see who's got it. It's a one only, so we're verifying it sounds like right now. Then we'll get to the yellow diamond. Any other requests you might have? That's what Rebecca did just now. That's what Pam did a few moments ago. Making requests. Let us know what you'd like to see. Anything that's available from the inventory, we'll be happy to bring it on out. Boy, we need more values like that. That is superstar. Look at that. It's just a lot of 18 karat gold. And wide band all the way around, even through the very back. So, is this one still here with us? All right. Pretty. There is a large emerald too. We do have a large 1 karat Asher. It's in an also very detailed and ornate mounting. It looks like this. So you can see that's a big stone too. That's an Asher cut set at an angle. So it's got a little different orientation. I have to recap the big Tanzanite. We're not going to leave this here tonight. With 30 minutes left to go in our show, that's it. I know. This one's gone. Congratulations. I just want to recap. This big emerald cut, 9.5 karat. It's a stunner. Stunner. It really is. It's a 9.5 carat, looks even larger. Remember I had it next to a 952 earlier, which I was supposed to show you, but it's so much more money for the 952. I can't, in good faith, show this to you because that's my 952. This one is 2 points smaller. Go figure. Doesn't look it, does it? So emerald cut, the elegance of all the cuts. 9.5 carats, 39 points is the diamond weight. Listen, I think there is something to be said for not putting an overwhelming, we had Michael who always believes this. He says, I love the stones, but I don't think they need a lot of extra around them. And I think a lot of us feel that way. I see it all the time. When you walk into a great high-end store, like the highest end couture possible, this is how the stones are set. Usually with a little bit of side detail left and right, east and west, that's it. It's like letting the power of the stone really speak. Letting the stone be the headline. 9.5 carats here. It's a mighty, mighty, mighty fine Tanzanite. It's got all the reds because it's museum reserve, so it was set aside as one of the top stones 6+ years ago. It has the 39 points of more simple east to west design set on the sides. Love that they're round brilliants. They look like trillions when all is said and done. It's an outstanding piece. And yet, here's what it looks like when you see it up to the light. The reds do not stop. They do not quit. It's what you want through and through. We have one. It can be changed. Don't worry about the yellow gold. I know it's different to see the yellow gold setting. We don't usually see that on the air. It's available to you, but we don't usually see it. This one's in yellow. It doesn't need to stay that way. You can easily have us, for free, change it. Yes. Oh, good. Did she get it? Wonderful. Thank you so much, Rebecca. Thank you, Andrew. Was it Rebecca B by any chance? Oh, no. Rebecca R in California. Where in California? Wonderful. Well, I love the ring, and I think you will too, Rebecca. Where? Oh, okay. Thank you so much. Well, 9.5 carats in the emerald cut. This is a recap from earlier, so I know a lot of you have been thinking about it. And we will, like I was saying, we will do it in white. If you want to go the traditional route and you want to get the white gold instead, we'll make that happen. But it is down to, I still can't believe it, $39.99. And I better not say it too many times because that is a statement of value right there. That comes down. I did the math for you, as I love to do, because it's what really, you don't need to just hear me harp on the great value. It is there illustrated by the per carat. That per carat is $420 a carat on a museum reserve in one of the more premium cuts you get. It's huge. And by the way, if that just went 50 points larger, if that went and tipped over that 10 carat scale, you'd be talking about a whole different price point. That's always been the way it was with the 10 carat versus the under 10 carat. Anything up and over 10 carat, they went 15 to 20,000. Anything under, including 5 caraters, were less. This is just shy of 10 carats. So it's so many different perks and advantages to this one ring. By the fact that it looks larger than the 9.5 carat we have sitting here tonight in the cushion, it is significant. But between the fact it's just shy of 10 carats, so it didn't make that big jump up in price like they typically do, there's just so much to love about this really, really incredible stone. And what can I say? It's $39.99. The per carat is what makes this so obvious a value. So I just want you to think about it. I know it's not going to be long through the show. I mean, obviously we only have about 27 minutes, but I don't think that is one that's going to stick around. How could it? Not when you have something that is, you know, one of our better per carat values we've ever seen on the museum reserves. I mean, that's the key there. That's one of the better values we've seen in all. And I know it's been last call and we are sending some of them out. They have been leaving us. The museum reserves have been leaving us. They have. They have been on their way. I've seen, I think we have 16 of them that have so far left, not only the building, but have left mostly the country to be on planes, to be with individual couriers who are hand delivering them to museums where they're checked into the museums, they go on display. So it's really one of those where, again, that's because we can't have them forever. We promised them to the museum 6+ years ago. We've had to dip into that collection so that we can satisfy you before they're completely gone. And now you have one of our best per carat values on all Blue Wing Block Ds all together right here on this wheel. So $39.99 if you'd like to get it. Just the one. We can change the gold and of course do it in your size and get it to your doorstep for free as well. So that's important at $39.99. That was, again, I have a 952 that is sitting here, but I'm not even showing it because it's $15,000. How can I justify a $15,000 price tag on this one if this one's $39.99? Look at Oh, I know which one you're talking about. Oh, I love that rose pendant. We have a request for the rose pendant. We're going to check on that and see if it's available for you. Also have the yellow diamond still to come. Had to bring you the yellow diamond, but I wanted to show you this white diamond piece that has all white diamonds and platinum really quickly. It's a 1-only-7-162. It's basically a wider band. Points top and bottom. This starts with 4 princess cuts in the middle, all bordered in platinum. It's going to have the round brilliance around that, and then baguettes. There are 3 different cuts of white diamonds in this ring, which is finished nicely. It's got the platinum. It's got a 101. Actually, I'm showing 1.5. What is going on? 1 carat 50 is the diamond weight. 150. Baguettes and rounds together. And this one will be easy. It'll be quick to go, I'll tell you that. Because when you get that much solid platinum, and then you have diamonds of every which variety. Look at this. There are the baguettes, and there's princess. So see how the sides are stacked? It's baguettes top and bottom, 2 princess cuts in the middle. That's on the side of the band. The middle is going to be the 4 princess cuts invisibly set together, and then you have the rounds around that. So it's like your halo of rounds. Then the same thing happens over here. Baguettes, princess baguettes. There are 3 different types of diamonds. There are multiple setting styles. You have channel, you have prong, you have invisible. So it's 3 and 3. It's 3 different diamond varieties, meaning cuts, 3 different diamond setting styles, all in platinum. One piece, supposed to be $39.99. It will not be. Let's take a look at it on the hand. And this one feels oh so good. Really weighty piece, as platinum should be. You see the width of the band that it gives you there. It's not $39. Listen, I just had a Tanzanite. I tried to get out the door for $39.99. And that one's still here, although verifying right now. This one is one for the ages, and if you want an emerald cut, if you don't have an emerald cut and you like them or intrigued by them, try this one. You'll be very glad you did. This whole ring, $1,499. Go ahead. We'll take it under $1,000 a carat. We've had some incredible diamond values tonight. We have one more here before we get to our yellow diamond. And on that diamond value front, let me remind you about the bestseller tonight, which is one of our best sellers all time, which also happens to be the one and only saddle ring. Do we have the rose? Oh, okay. I got excited for a minute. The rose pendant is not here, but we do have a blue star sapphire. Who's this for? Hi, Stephen. Did he see the one we had earlier?
He was looking for something silvery.
Got it. He wants more of a lighter blue color, a silvery blue. We have it right there. Wow. And defined asterism. Look at that. 112, 1908. I will recap the saddle ring too before we go, because I just got an update. We have one left, so I will show that again if you weren't with me about 2 hours ago. Here we go with the 365 star sapphire, lighter blue. It does. It has that silvery blue. It's very nice. 118 in diamonds. Big size. Yes, go ahead.
Marcy also wanted to see the multicolored diamond designer band that had.
Oh, yes. Did she pick that up or? Oh, okay, got you. You want to see it again? You got it. Did she know that there's, I hesitate to use that designer's name because we're not contracted with them, but there it is. Very dangerous. You shouldn't be saying designer names if you're not carrying them. So, but this is an FE design. So it's the first one we've ever had that I know of. And it's engraved as it, and it has their undergallery and it has their hallmark. And it was earlier tonight, 112-4305, just flashing this for a caller. It's in rose and black rhodium. It's rose gold, and then a little black rhodium underneath the champagne diamonds. The white diamonds are set in the rose gold portion, and the champagnes are set in the rhodium. Let's take a look at this up close as well in case you missed it, and we'll show you that. And then Stephen will get to all the information for you here. This was a ring from earlier, so we're just recapping it here. It is a one only. We'll still size it for you. That's the finishing, so that's how we knew. It's when I knew when I saw that Panther undergallery. I'm familiar with this designer, and quite frankly, I'm a big fan. They're on the pricey side. This one's already gone? Okay, this one's already gone. We did have that earlier for $15.99. Thank you. And then back to the star, that kind of silvery blue. It's so ultra defined, which is rare. Let me show you how it's going to look when you have it under one light source here. It's a massive sapphire. 365. There's if I block the left light. Here's if I block the right light here. And you can see there, that's typically what you're going to see when you get it home. See how now the star becomes even stronger? You see the legs of the star, 6 legs always in a natural star, and then they extend and outstretch all the way to the outside edges of the stone. It's 118 in fine diamonds here, and that, whoa, that's supposed to be $69.99. It is not. We have 20 minutes left to go. This one is down to $1,999. We're now looking at the best value on a star sapphire that's here. Had one earlier, it was a deeper blue color. If you want to see it, it was set in platinum. It didn't have this kind of diamond weight, but it was very nice, and it was a 272. So this one's far larger. It's another carat plus. So that is something to consider. Thank you again on the designer ring. Champagne and white diamonds gone. If you need to see this, the deeper star, we have it here as well. We can show that. We also have, let's see, I think the princess cut with the baguettes and the rounds is still here. This is our star sapphire. I have to try it on so you can see the size. It is mighty. It's a nice big 365 sapphire. On its own for $19.99 is silly. And then you got the more important asterism here as well. That makes it even sillier. And the whole ring, where the mounting should be more than $19.99, and that's a fact because you've got a carat 18 and really good size round brilliant diamonds. And that's what it looks like on. You can change it to yellow. Yes, you can. We only have one stone, though, and that one's gone. Thank you so much. This is what I was going to recap a few moments ago, just in case you weren't with me a couple hours ago. Here it is. And what were you picking up, Jess? Oh, did you get the pendant? I love that pendant. Do they have the ring already? I bet they do.
They got the ring, the earrings.
Wow, earrings too? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Is it really? I love that. And what's her first name? Mary, thank you so much. The whole trifecta of the Rose collection. Well, Miss Mary Rose, that's pretty. Isn't that Mary Rose? There's such a simple elegance to that. Mary, enjoy. Thank you so much for shopping tonight. Here's our 242 from earlier. We have one left on our designer 242 saddle ring, covered in diamonds, all around brilliance, but different sizes, different settings. I mean, this is really, it's the looker. It's going to turn heads. That much I can guarantee you. And here's how it looks on the hand. Don't forget about the 9.5 carat Tanzanite. That one's got probably 18 more minutes to shop it, if we're lucky. But this one, really, you have to see the inside. And you have to see that really complete under gallery it has, but then also the little cutout details. That's just so you can properly clean it. It's just, again, because people say all the time, I don't get it, Lolo. I'm polishing, I'm cleaning, I'm dipping my diamonds in those solutions, and I still can't get it to look bright like it did on day one because we wear our jewelry, right? And if you wear it, the back of the diamonds usually get dirty as well. So the key usually the solution is clean the back. Get in there with a, next time you're thinking about throwing away that brush head, don't do it. Leave that aside as your jewelry cleaning brush because you want some soft little bristles, and then you can really get back behind your diamonds. Diamonds like to be clean everywhere. So don't just, don't neglect the back. Clean the top, but also get in there and give a little scrub-a-dub-dub to the back of your diamonds as well if you want them to be fully bright and beautiful. So that's really, really cool. And this one, 242 in diamonds, $24.99 is what we got that down to. Even less than when it debuted, 4 years ago. So all the things that have happened with diamonds and gold in those 4 years, what a beautiful way to get a very large and impressive ring. And then the yellow diamonds coming out to play. Very excited about that. $24.99 though if you want that incredible saddle ring. Make sure you get it though as quickly as you can, because that was presented earlier, very popular. It leaves us with one left. And yes, Andy, go ahead. It was Stephen. That was my next question. Stephen, thank you so much, not only for for shopping, but for making the request. That is wonderful, and I love when that magic happens, when we have the perfect piece and the perfect value, and it allows you to say yes and enjoy it for many, many years to come. It's a great collectible, Stephen. Thank you. All right, next up, yellow diamond time. So that's our last of the saddle ring, $24.99. What a value it is, and one of the most comfortable rings you'll ever wear. But here it comes. The yellow diamond at long last. This is the 101, and we have had some really stunning yellow diamonds over the years. But it comes down to the color, number one. Size is important always in diamonds, but really what is most important I tell you every day, your colored gemstones, your colored diamonds. What is the most crucial aspect to get? It is about the color. And so that's where yellows typically can fall or fail a little bit, is in their color. They sometimes don't, they get up, it's amazing to say that because you think, well, a yellow's a yellow is a yellow is a yellow. No, some and most are really faint. They're really light. They're barely there. The problem with that is then they just look like bad white diamonds, and that's the huge problem with a basic yellow. So you really want it to be into that stronger, more sunshiny tone. You see that here. But then you have the cutting playing. It's 1125608, and how lovely is this? How truly lovely with just that halo and the match of the yellows on the sides. And then this split style where it's very uniform, and notice it doesn't taper at all. It's got that uniform split down the sides like you see, and then the double halo. Those are big white diamonds around the outside edge there. 106 is your white diamond weight. 32 in the yellow side diamonds, and then 101 in the center. So you're getting 133 overall in your yellows. And then of course, you're getting what? Basically 239. Overall, in diamonds, we're ready to help you own it. That's what we do. That's what we got to make sure happens. And you're getting to think that you've got the 207 alone there. Just in all, think about those big diamond weights, then the 32 you add. So we're talking about a very important, nearly 2.5 carat diamond ring. Two-tone gold is how it stays. That's the look you want. And we are so excited to bring it to you, white and yellow. What can we do though to take away $89.99? Because that's simply not going to work. Simply not going to work. I've been through the show for 2 hours and 46 minutes. So that just means we got extra values, and it's not over yet because we've got a few more minutes. And now look what's here. The big yellow diamond, the wow factor in the yellow diamond. This, what looks bigger because you automatically add the halo to match, so it looks larger. It lets what's already a large stone look bigger, and yet brilliant cut cushion. Notice it's not a square. It's not. The square cushions, my only beef with them is they're lovely, but they look smaller. I would much rather, if I'm going to get a cushion and it's going to be a colored diamond, I want it to be that rectangular cushion. That's going to look so much larger. It makes a difference. Now, if you have an unlimited amount of funds to spend on your yellow diamond, then it probably does not matter. You can go buy your 3 carat yellow. You can go buy a 4 carat or a 5 carat. They're going to be tougher to find, but you can find one. It's just you got to have millions and millions of dollars to spend. We're here to bring you value. And even if it's supposed to be millions of dollars elsewhere, it can't be here because that's not a value. And we're here to bring it better than wholesale. Once I achieve better than wholesale, we're good to go. Then we know it's TVON, and we know you're happy, and we know everybody's happy. So that's really the key here. So take a look. It's not going to be $89.99. We are ready to wow you. And it's going to be on the auction block. Why not? Little end of the show, auction action. I did one earlier. We had like 3 bidders. This could get very interesting. Oh, and by the way, that one started at 0. Yeah, that was interesting. That was a bit wild. What I'm going to do right now is make it even more interesting because we're starting with a $9,000 ring, and here's how it looks on the hand. And it's coming down to the wire on the yellow diamonds. It's weird because I know we talk about Tanzanites doing the same thing. They're kind of on the same track. The blue wing block Ds are down to their last. The yellow diamonds are down to their last. It's a different story. I could actually go out and replace yellow diamonds. That's the difference. I can't go out and replace blue wing block Ds. There are no more. That was a private collection. We bought everything, and that's that. And now we've almost sold everything. The difference with the yellow diamonds is we can go get them. I can go in a couple weeks to Tucson. Tucson's happening in 2 weeks. I can go buy you yellow diamonds. The difference is the wholesale on a 1 carat center stone like that, just loose by itself, is over $15,000. And I say that because it was $15,000 in September. The prices are going up like crazy. So I can go buy you more yellow diamonds, but the whole point is I couldn't turn around in good faith and good business practice. I could not actually give you a $9,000 ring if the center stone alone cost over $15,000. Then we add all these extra diamonds and the extra gold and the labor to put it together. It could not be 15. We'd have to ask rightfully about $30,000 from you when you're used to seeing better values. And I honestly, when we run out of yellows that we have from old stock, meaning private collections of stones, then I don't know what we're going to do. Maybe it's going to be in demand enough that we will go buy the wholesale current values and we will continue to make you yellow diamond rings. They'll just be more pricey. It's still going to be a great value compared to everywhere else, but nothing like what you're seeing right now. And that's why I encourage you to get these while they're here and while you can, because otherwise, yeah, the market's changing too rapidly. These values that you see here, we cannot rest on our laurels and think they're always going to be here. That's the difference. So instead of, I promised you an auction on $239 in diamonds, we're going to give that to you now. It's not going to be $8,000 to start. This is our last 10 minutes of the show, so who knows? This is going to be dependent on how many people and callers and bidders we get, but it's not going to be 8 or 7 or 6. I realize that we have a little bit of time, so it just means if we want to get a lot of action, and I do, we want to make sure that we get everybody in. It's not going to be 6,000 or 5,000 or wait a minute, $4,000 is too low for $239, and you know it and I know it, and we've all observed that. I'm going to do better than even $3,000 to start because you know I want to get a lot of action here at the end. Let's make this last 10 minutes count, and let's count savings. Let's count the dollars and the thousands of dollars that you're saving by shopping this auction. Let's count that. And let's count this as one of the more memorable days for a yellow diamond. Not so far, but it's about to be. We can change everything you've ever seen and known about yellow diamonds right now. And it's not going to be $3,000 to get it started. How about we take it even lower? And this doesn't happen anymore. $239, that's a huge diamond weight around it as well. We are not going to ask for $3. I'm going to do a $10 increment to make that easy. So hopefully if you're not bidder number 1, it's not unattainable or cost prohibitive to jump in and participate. But I'm going to do better than 3. And here's the solution, and here's the moment, and 9.5 minutes left. If you have any requests or anything we can recap, please let me know what those are as well. But it's not 3, and it's not 29 or 28 or 27 or 26, and it's been a long time since I've been able to do something like this with a 1 carat yellow, but especially with the premium cut this is, the elongated cushion, the rectangular cushion, the, keep in mind, VS quality to that center stone, as well as all the diamonds around it. It's not $2,600. Let's make it $2,500 to start. $2,500 with a 60-second clock to get it going, to get it started, to get this opened up. And this is it. It's 9 minutes left, actually less. So I would be happy to show you a few other things. That Tanzanite, the 9.5 carat, is still here. Right? Nobody's taken that yet. So 9.5 carat emerald cut is still here. We've been showing that since it came out by request. That request is actually what negated my 952 from being on the air tonight because that was 15 grand. Couldn't see the value there. So now we're waiting on the yellow. Okay, we have 37 seconds to get this one started. I'm going to get something else ready to show you just in case we don't get this one started and we don't proceed and we can move on to something else. But that is one that I highly recommend. And 24 seconds remains. And if anybody else, because we've got jewelers that watch, some of you are in the trade. We're not just, you know, we all have different backgrounds in jewelry. Some are just fans of shopping for jewelry, and others are also in the trade that are watching right now that love to see. I'm not sure if they love it, but I get a lot of comments about, you know, how I'm known as the girl that's destroying the diamond market. But again, even more impressive when you can take yellow diamonds that are in demand, as these are, and still go lower than wholesale. How about this? Let's just sell it. It's too good to stay here. We have no open at 25. I know it's a little unorthodox to do an auction at the very tail end of the show like this, but if we can get this one home, since it's here and it's available, I'd love to get it at home right now, and we will negate the auction. We will get rid of it. We will just offer it right now for $2,499. That's it. Done deal, set price. But it's first caller that gets it only. That's what we're going to do instead. $2,499. That is the deal for one caller, and now it gets 60 more seconds, and then we'll show you something else. We've got a little extra time. So we will, that's the good news, is that once this is gone, not only does it get a home, no auction needed, just first caller, but we get to show you a couple other things before we go. Maybe we'll do a little recap before we go. Whatever it is, if there's something you do want to see before we run out of time in this broadcast, let me know what that is, and we will help you. But $2,499 for $239 in diamonds, and that's not 239 little itty-bitty white diamonds either. So that would be interesting. And it's tempting to just say, I'm going to buy it and resell it, because that's what I know a lot of diamond dealers who shop here do. That's where they supply their own boutiques, their own stores, their own private clients, their own businesses. That says something. And what it says is quite clearly, you can't make it for this price. And now we're offering it to you one and all. It's first caller, though, who gets it. That's it. And we've got 10 seconds left. I better get a recap ready. Did the white diamond bridge? Did anybody get that? Okay. So we have the Tanzanite 9.5. We've got the white diamond in the bridge. Oh, how many of you weren't maybe here in the first hour? If you were not here, from 5 to 6 Pacific time, tell me something. Did the Mandarin go? Item number is 1125886. Oh my goodness. Well, let me show this again. This is the big time Mandarin ring with the 70-point private collection stone with 70 points in white diamonds and big ones, I might add, around it. This ring was here, and that goes to show you, first hour, you never know what's going to happen. This was $999 in hour number 1 tonight. So that definitely needs a heads up. Like a last call, did you miss it? Here it is for one more moment. And I'll give it 60 seconds. Keep in mind right now it's two-tone. If you take it as is, you're going to get it in yellow gold with the top and the bottom cable details, and then white gold the rest of the way. If you would rather have all yellow, all white, or all rose, you can do that too. And it's that same price of $9.99, no extra charge. Let me try it on. It's a wider ring with a lot of ornamental filigree detail. That's what it is. It's got the cabling. Oh, by the way, that's $24.99 for the saddle ring. My signet ring is always available. It's custom made for you. It's $888. And so you could get everything on my hand here for, let's see, you could get for under $4,500. For like $4,800, you could get everything. You could get a signet ring, you could get a saddle ring, you can get the Mandarin ring, and you can create this. And if you want to wear them all at one time, like I'm doing, great. If you don't, you want to switch them out day by day, you can do that too. But we have 4 minutes left in the show. And this one's $24.99, and this one's $888. This one is really not fitting in. It's $9.99. How is this $888 and this is $9.99? And this is one of the bigger values we do because it's a solid gold 3/4-inch square signet ring that's engraved. And this one's got 70 points in diamonds and a 70-point private collection Mandarin. And the whole thing is $9.99. Wowza. Now that's a value. Now, Tim, are you taking the Mandarin or something else? Saddle ring. So the last saddle ring is being verified now. So there's the saddle ring for $24.99. Again, signet rings are always available. They're custom made for you. They're $888. And then this is the saddle ring with all the diamonds, $242 in diamonds, in a ton of gold, white, yellow, or rose gold. That is $24.99. This ring, this Mandarin, $9.99. What a value. I think that's the value of the night, and it's tough to, between the saddle ring and the Mandarin, it's a tough call. But when you can get that amount of gold and all the different sizes and settings of diamonds you have, I love it in two-tone. I wouldn't change a thing about it. I think that also, for someone who wears a lot of different colors of metal, like maybe you do too, maybe you wear platinum and sterling and gold and everything else, this was going to tie it all together. This is the one that never stays at home, never stays in the jewelry box. It's worn, it's enjoyed, and it's going to, with the two-tone, I think it looks great with the Mandarin. I think it looks great with the diamonds. I love it. I think it's perfect the way it is. Yellow diamond is verifying too. So here we are. This is what remains. We've got the yellow diamond, but these are all being verified right now. Yellow diamond's $24.99. We have the Mandarin, you know, right there. That's going to be $9.99. We also have the saddle ring, $24.99. So here's a few of the pieces that you've either seen or missed, but we're recapping what's here and available for you. Tim, what are you taking? Gotcha. Okay, so we are verifying on the yellow as we're verifying on the saddle. I don't know who's getting what, but because we have very busy phone lines and we have 2 minutes and 30 seconds left until I see you tomorrow. We do this again tomorrow night. Remember, at 5 o'clock, same time, same place you're watching now, same time as you watch tonight, 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock. I'm with you actually on Wednesday and Thursday and Friday and Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, 5 days a week. 5 days a week. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday nights, 5 to 8. That's all Pacific time because we're on the West Coast. We're in Los Angeles. And then, of course, Saturday and Sunday mornings, I see you from 10 o'clock a.m. to 1 p.m. Those are our flagship weekend shows. So join me when you can. We'd love when you pop in and join us. And we will always treat you to some very, very special jewelry and values and everything else. And hopefully a lot of fun as well. This show flew by. So we're just so excited that we have 90 seconds left to show you a few of the pieces we do have left. Let me show the Tanzanite as well. The emerald cut 9.5 carat. Don't wait on that. $39.99. If you're thinking about it, don't think anymore, just get it. Just call in and grab it, let us send it to you, and then see. Then think about it. When you get it at home on your hand, that's when you think about it, that's when you evaluate it, that's when you decide. Because the piece is too good to leave here. That's a 9.5 carat museum reserve emerald cut for $39.99. There's our yellow diamond, yes?
Sharon says hi to you.
Hi, is it Sharon?
Yes.
Hi, Sharon. Where's she calling from?
Iowa.
Oh, really? Oh my gosh, can I say happy birthday to Sharon in Iowa real quick? Her birthday's tomorrow. I just found out she treated herself to a great ring. Thank you so much, Sharon. Happy birthday. We'll be here tomorrow from 5 to 8 if you're ready to celebrate with us. If not, enjoy your day. I wish you many, many, many happy returns. Thank you so much for treating yourself. Jewelry is a great way to do that, of course. So happy birthday, Sharon in Iowa. I love that. So thank you guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow, 5 to 8 Pacific time. Of course, that's 8 to 11 Eastern time. And I look forward to being with you. And we will shop for 3 hours more of incredible jewelry tomorrow night. So please join me if you can. We'd love to have your company. Thanks again. Happy birthday, Sharon. We're so excited you were with us again. Thanks for watching and shopping. Now we're going to be here for a couple minutes. So if you have any questions about anything you've seen tonight at all, we'll be able to help you out. Just jot down that phone number and give us a call right now before our phone line shut down. And we'll see you tomorrow night, 5 o'clock. I'll see you then. I'm Lauren Blair. Good night.